Hello, everybody. Welcome into the Basketball Bulletin. I'm Trevor Lade. Happy to see you all here. It's NBA Finals Game 1. We're going to do a little play-by-play, break down the game as it happens. Knicks, Spurs, Game 1. Let's go. Donnie Freeman will be on in just a bit here, but we'll get things started. I'm excited for this game. Game 1 of the NBA Finals, and I think we've got a really, really good matchup on our hands. Of course, we'll be talking a little bit about what's going on around the league. We'll be taking questions and comments from the chat. We'll be talking about the trade market, free agency, all the other great stuff going on around the league right now. This really is a wonderful time of year around the NBA, just with how many things are happening. We get 28 teams are starting to ramp up their off seasons, getting ready for free agency, getting ready for everything else that entails the draft and all of the trade market stuff and all of that. So we've got a lot going on here. And of course, these great NBA finals. Now, right now, heading into this one, let's double check who is the ultimate. Yeah, San Antonio, the favorite by 4.5 points in this one here. I think the Knicks can really make a game of it. I think what's going to be really interesting is the rust versus rest dynamic between the Knicks and the Spurs, because the Spurs just came off of a very difficult 7-game series just a few days ago against the Oklahoma City Thunder. They got the big win on the road in Game 7. Meanwhile, the Knicks, they've won their last 10 straight games in the playoffs. They've had plenty of rest. There was a sweep in each of their last 2 series. They swept the 76ers and they swept the Cavs. So they've had plenty of time to rest up and be ready. Now, that doesn't mean they're fully healthy. Mitchell Robinson is dealing with a broken hand, but it sounds like he is going to play in tonight's game. He's good to go. We'll see. Does it create problems for him catching the basketball? Does it create problems for him finishing on lob attempts, things like that? That's going to be something to watch with Mitch Robinson, but they are pretty healthy. Meanwhile, the Spurs also healthy. I do think we need to keep an eye on the ankle of De'Aaron Fox, who was dealing with a high ankle sprain. We know that even when you're back, you're healthy, you're playing, usually your athleticism, your burst is still not quite there. You're not quite yourself, although I thought he was good in Game 7 against the Oklahoma City Thunder. All right, let's go here. Get into some of your questions, your comments, all that. By the way, obviously, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do hit the subscribe button right here on the Basketball Bulletin. If I had to choose ideal preference for a Lakers center next year, realistically, who would I want? I mean, that's a realistic option. And by the way, we are just about to get underway here with the initial announcements, the lineup introductions, and all that kind of stuff. NBA Finals Game 1, that's going to be more of a production. It's going to take a little bit for the actual game here to get going. But for me, I would just like to see somebody who can protect the rim, who can run the floor. I think one of my ideal candidates is certainly Walker Kessler, but I also think he's most likely not available. Of the truly available options, I look at a guy like a Mitch Robinson on the Knicks and think that could be an attractive option. I look at even Rob Williams, even though he's injury prone, stylistically, he could be interesting, particularly in a scenario where DeAndre Ayton does not opt out, opts in, and then you continue with a 3-center rotation with players like Jackson Hayes. Oh, looks like they've got a mic problem for the national anthem right now. Players like Jackson Hayes, DeAndre Ayton, and say Mitch Robinson. That's a pretty good trio of centers there. I think they do need to move on from DeAndre Ayton as their starting big, but is he open to a reserve role? And if not, how does that change things for the Lakers when we get into his player option? Does he want to opt out? Does he say, I want to opt out because I want to go find a starting gig somewhere? I do think, though, the Lakers, while he could be a stopgap option again for another year at the 5, I think you really want to settle into who your long-term fit is at that position if you can. Rob Williams, if you can't get an RFA or Isaiah Hartenstein, yeah. I like Rob Williams a lot. I think that his skill set is really, really attractive for what the Lakers specifically want to do. So I do like that. You got to have somebody there, and maybe it's possible that you can't get the guy that you want. That's your long-term fit. And if that's the case, then unfortunately we're talking stopgap again. AD, they just can't get there. They just can't get there. energy or salary wise. Can't get that. It's $60 million. It's just too much. Interested to see how the Spurs kids respond to the final spotlight. I think that's part of this conversation is how do the Spurs respond to the spotlight of being in the finals? But they were just in the West Finals, right? I mean, this is as close to the stakes of being in the NBA Finals as you can get. Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals against the defending champs. And I thought the Spurs were the team that looked more prepared. I thought the Spurs were the team that looked like they had been there before. So that was a pleasant surprise. I'm not that worried about the nerves of the Spurs because of what they showed last series. I mean, they showed that they were ready to play, that the bright lights were not going to blind them. And I think they're going to be just fine here in the NBA Finals. Now, I do think that there's an element to the experience factor of the Knicks in general, just having more veteran players. But I don't think the Spurs are going to be overawed or that the moment is going to be too big for them. They very much play not like a young team. They don't make the mistakes that young teams make. And that's, maybe we are starting to have to change our thinking there's been this concept of for years about, well, you've got to have veterans if you want to win in the playoffs. The Thunder last season, even though they were the more experienced club than San Antonio, they had a number of young players when they won. They were too young to win it until they weren't. Until suddenly that wasn't an issue and they were able to get the victory. I think the same could be true of the San Antonio Spurs, and maybe we need to start adjusting the way we look at things. Perhaps the speed of today's NBA game, the amount of ground that needs to be covered is so much that rather than needing veterans in order to win come playoff time, maybe it's young players that you need in order to win come playoff time, particularly the way that NBA young guys are coming up with the kind of stylistic play on the floor. They've really adapted to today's very highly aggressive perimeter-based defense, transition basketball, getting up and down the floor, spreading the floor, the way the ball moves. The guys who are coming up have been playing this style for a number of years. It's not like the gradual shift that we've seen over the years towards this play style where you had guys who came up in a traditional back to the basket big type of era, or even in an era where you would still have more players in the paint or not everybody had to be covered behind the three-point line. You're not having guys who came up in a different era. There's guys who came up stylistically playing this kind of ball. And so I do think that maybe the young guys have a little bit more force, a little bit more behind them when they are getting into these high pressure situations, because this is the style of basketball they've been playing forever. It's easier for them to step on the floor and make an impact right away. And the athleticism that they bring, as well as the energy level that they bring, is more of a requirement in today's NBA. And we got to remember the depth of all of this as well. You have to have depth on your rosters today. But, one of the things I think is really interesting about this matchup between San Antonio and New York is that you've got two teams who were built in completely different ways, right? You've got the San Antonio Spurs, who were built via tanking, lose as many games as possible, get as many high draft picks as you can, tank like crazy, and then have these young players on cheap contracts. That's how the Spurs were built. Yes, they went and traded for De'Aaron Fox, but that was supposed to be kind of the finishing piece here to their roster versus the Knicks, who were built via free agency and via trade, right? Jalen Brunson was free agency. Everybody else, Karl Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, these guys were built via trade. So you've got two very different styles of roster builds. It's part of the reason why the Spurs have so much future draft capital still at their disposal. It's because they built through the draft and tanking and all of that, and they got their talent that way. Whereas the Knicks paid for guys that were already talented, going after them via free agency or via the trade market. And so their draft pick situation is not nearly as high quality or high caliber as what we see with San Antonio. But nonetheless, two teams that used vastly different models with how they built their clubs, and yet two teams that have created excellent, excellent clubs here in the NBA. All right. Speaking of pressure, rim pressure, do you think LeBron can end up with the Celtics? I'd be very surprised. I don't think so. We haven't heard them mentioned. I just don't think it makes a lot of sense for him to go to Boston. Um, I mean, if he's gonna go deal with that weather, you might as well just go to Cleveland and go back home. So I don't see that happening. You know, one of the things too we have to remember is these two teams met in the NBA Cup. And I know the NBA Cup has a lot of naysayers, a lot of people who are not fans of it. I understand that. But I don't want to overlook what the NBA Cup meant for the development of the Spurs. Like, I think because the NBA Cup is playoff caliber basketball, right? Or at least 90% playoff caliber basketball when we're talking about intensity wise. I think that was a preview for the San Antonio Spurs of the playoffs. And it was a stepping point, a stepping up point for them to get them ready for the playoffs. So I do think that part of the reason why the Spurs are where they are right now is because of the NBA Cup, in which they did lose to the New York Knicks. All right, here we go. Jump ball, and the Spurs, for the first time in ages, from what I can remember, just lost the opening tip. It was instead Karl Anthony Towns who won the tip against Wemby. Ball goes onto the wing. The three for Jalen Brunson. Knocks it down. Jalen Funson hits the three for the Knicks, and it's 3-0 New York. Donnie Freeman jumping in. Donnie, how you doing?
Doing pretty good, man. You?
Good. We got a 3-0 Knicks lead here in the early going. Spurs with their first offensive possession right now. Wemby going at Cat, so that's the initial matchup. Wemby over Cat, all net. That was pretty.
You're ahead of me. I'm just now seeing the tip.
You just saw the opening tip right now?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to be telling the future for you then.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
His Cat backing down on Wemby. Cross court over to Bridges. Bridges up top to Brunson. Gets the screen. Brunson right-hand dribble attacking Fox. Steps through. Nice step through into Wemby. Offensive board by Josh Hart. I like that by Brunson, though, trying to get contact with Wemby early. And OG Anunoby knocks down the corner three. 6-2. Knicks got to get contact with Wemby. Otherwise, he's going to block everything out there. And it wouldn't hurt to put some early fouls on him as well.
Isn't that the game plan every time?
It's got to be.
Try to get him every time.
Best way to stop Wemby is to get him off the floor. Champagnie with the offensive board after the Wemby miss. Vassell for three. In and out. Big offensive board for Castle. He misses the putback, but the Spurs doing work on the offensive glass early. Here comes Josh Hart attacking Wemby into the paint. Thinks better of it. Kicks it out. Cat for three. Short. 6-2. New York. Here comes San Antonio. Wemby looking to attack Cat. Spins, loses it. OG Anunoby knocks it away. Here comes Bridges. Bridges back to OG in the paint. Up, under, flips it up, scores it. 8-2. The Knicks, defense to offense. Nice job there, forcing the turnover. Here's De'Aaron Fox. Crosses over on OG. Fox, the baseline cut to Castle. I thought he got fouled by Hart there. No whistle. And the ball comes back out up top. Fox now over to Wemby. Wemby, Cat, good defense there. And Wemby misses the jumper. Here comes Josh Hart. 8-2, Knicks. Here comes Bridges. Pull up 15-footer with Wemby lurking. Short. And Champagnie can't get to it. Now the Spurs get it. Here comes Fox. The three in transition. No. The tip in. Yes, Vassell. The Spurs doing work on the offensive glass. The Knicks, their box outs got to get better. Josh Hart attacks Wemby, kicks out. Cat swings it back to Hart along the baseline. OG trapped, throws it back out up top. Cat fumbles it. Bats it around. Cat to Hart. Hart to the rim. Layup is good. 10-4. Knicks lead. Castle over to Wemby. Now Vassell. Left-hand dribble. Back to Wemby. 9 on the clock. Fox steps back. The three short. And once again, Champagnie crashing the offensive glass. Hart able to keep it away from him. Hart right into Wemby. Gets blocked. But that's what the Knicks have got to do. You've got to get contact and you've got to get some whistles on him early. Wemby for three. Hits it. Big transition bucket there. So the block on one end, the three on the other. And the Knicks lead is cut to 3, 10-7. Got to get into the body of Wemby, and you got to get him off his feet. Get some whistles, get him off the court. Hart in the corner, drives, kicks. OG attacks the closeout to Brunson. Good rotation defense by San Antonio. Brunson blocked from behind by Champagnie. Oh, but they're calling a foul. No, 24-second violation. So the Spurs putting the clamps on the last couple of defensive possessions here. Got a block on Josh Hart on the previous one. Came down, hit a three, and then a 24-second violation turnover. Corner three for Fox. Are the Spurs going to start hitting? No. This time the rebound for Hart. Comes Cat. Brunson sets the screen. Cat rejects. Cat into the paint. Cat flips it up and scores it. Nice job there. Pulled Wemby away from the basket. And we got a timeout, San Antonio. 12-7 Knicks. So far, the Knicks doing what they need to do here. Attacking Wemby, pulling him away from the basket with Cat's three-point shooting. That time, Cat was able to reject the screen, get into the paint. Nicely done by him. Right now, we've got Cat with 2 points, 5 for OG Anunoby, 2 for Hart. Mikal Bridges, none so far, 0 for 1 shooting, but Jalen Brunson with 3. So only one Nick has not scored yet. Meanwhile, 5 for Wemby, 2 for Devin Vassell, but the Spurs just 27% from the field and 20% from 3 to start. Those numbers are not going to continue too long. The one encouraging thing for the Spurs, though, 4 offensive rebounds compared to just 1 for the Knicks. 4 offensive rebounds in 4.5 minutes is pretty insane. Donnie, how we looking there?
Still getting things sorted out. My bad.
No worries. And my box score is not showing the full game here, so we'll flip over here. We'll use a different one. Suppose we could just use the ESPN one. Though I do like the one that we tend to use, but let's use the ESPN one for right now. There we go. All right, everybody. What are we thinking so far? How are we feeling? I do think the Knicks look locked in.
Yeah, I haven't been able to watch it until now, but I got it working now, so hopefully I'm up to date with you. So we'll see how that looks. But I do see they're up 12-7. That's pretty good.
And so far, a clean game. No fouls either way. What's the actual name of the scoreboard that I use? It's something called Pivot Fade that I was introduced to a few years back. And it worked out pretty well. It updates well. It's right usually in line with where I'm at with YouTube TV. That's the one downside to most of them. When they do update, they're usually a little bit ahead of us at home.
Yeah, well, hopefully this works out for me, but yeah. I know that people, based on how you're watching it so many different ways, and there's always a bit of delay.
Right. That's the way it goes. I thought Wemby would be on Hart. I'm sure that is probably going to happen still. We'll still see those looks, but the Spurs just decided to start a traditional way with Wemby on Cat. But yes, I do think eventually we are going to get that. Donnie, are you rooting for anyone in this series? Are you rooting for one team over another?
No, not really. I just want to see good basketball.
Yeah, I'm not going to lose it. I am pulling for my New York Knicks, but I am just I'm wanting good basketball. I'm not going to lose sleep regardless of which team wins. I think either way, I'd be happy with it.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I just want to see some good basketball. That's all. I wouldn't mind if, like I've said before, Wemby wins. I think that'd be really cool for him, and potentially set him down the right path of potentially being an all-time great, man. Getting his first tip at 22, that'd be crazy. But also New York, Brunson, the city of New York, I would love for them to win it as well. So, frankly, I'm cool with either outcome.
All right, we're back to live action here. Castle gets the ball with Hart defending, gets the screen from Wemby. Castle puts him in jail, gets into the paint, kicks it out, loses it, turnover. Good job there by Bridges. Read that pass perfectly. Hart over to Cat, fakes the three, attacks, gets to the rim, beats Wemby to the bucket, scores it. Cat is punishing Wemby when he does fake that three by taking him to the hole and scoring on him. Really nicely done by Karl Anthony Towns. Sell into Wemby being defended by Hart here.
Now you're behind me.
I'm behind you.
It's okay.
Castle for three. No, Long. The rebound for Brunson. And we have a whistle.
Okay, I paused mine for a second. Maybe I'm caught up now.
What service do you use?
I'm on Hulu right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've got YouTube TV.
Ah, okay. Yeah, Hulu with ESPN.
I'm wearing San Antonio colors. Oh, this is kind of a creamish color, I guess.
It looks kind of like it's like a beige color almost.
It is. 14-7, Knicks lead, and I am here's Brunson. Kicks, Cat, fakes the three, into the paint, challenges Wemby, floats it up, can't get it to go. Good look.
Yeah, I was like 3 seconds ahead of you, so now I think we're together now.
Now we're good. And another turnover. Oh, no, but a foul whistled. It's Josh Hart had it.
Okay, I can finally watch the game.
There we go. It's a good thing to be able to watch the game on a play-by-play.
Yeah. I've had a lot going on in my house just now, so I'm happy that things are sorted out. So hopefully, I haven't said this yet, but hopefully everyone watching today has a good time. Hopefully the team you're rooting for wins and you watch some good basketball as well. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
That's right. We appreciate y'all being here. Castle gets the little shot in the paint to go. 14-9. Knicks lead. Here's Brunson into the paint. Oh, had maybe a look there. Kicks it to Hart for three. No, the Spurs are going to dare Josh Hart to hit shots, and they're going to make him prove that he can knock down the three.
Yeah, but if they're wide open, if you're Josh Hart, you've got to hit that.
Yeah. Keldon Johnson just trucked Jalen Brunson. No call. So, hey, let him play. I don't mind that. Just make sure it's consistent.
Yep, absolutely. Get Wemby and help there.
Cat back it down and turns it over. Tries to throw the pass to Landry Shamet. Picked off by the Spurs. The Spurs looking for a bucket in transition. Castle can't finish at the rim, and we've got a whistle. Josh Hart not happy.
Yep. Two dudes converged on Cat in the post there, and Wemby still had the ability to deflect that pass too. Like, that guy is just his arms are way too long. He was able to recover like that and make that play.
Endless arms. Josh Hart with 2 fouls, and they're going to have to bring him to the bench, I think. Be interesting to see who the Knicks turn to here. And Castle gets the first free throw to go, rolls up and in over the front of the rim.
Wemby's checking out.
And OG and Anunoby coming back in for Hart. So rather than go to a 7-man rotation here, it's OG just getting a quick rest and coming back in. So Wemby out, that's going to bring Luke Cornett in. Dylan Harper's already in and Keldon Johnson in for the Spurs. So the Spurs go into their bench pretty quick. The Knicks, though, we expected, Donnie, going into this, the Knicks would probably run a short rotation here.
Yeah, they probably, it's the NBA Finals, man. You've got to shorten the bench as much as possible, in my opinion. I'd expect as this series goes on, the Spurs probably do something similar as well.
Yeah. Here's Brunson, 14-11 now after a couple of free throws for San Antonio. OG in the paint and stops Cornett, the threat. And Shamet misses the three. Cat the offensive board. And Cat throws it back up. Airballs it, looking for a whistle. Doesn't get it. Here comes Castle in transition. Gets to the 15-footer. No, kicks it to Keldon Johnson, corner three. Bad miss there. Here comes Brunson in transition, going the other way.
So we need to tell Cat stop flailing around, man. He needs to just play.
Play ball. And Brunson looking for the contact from behind there. No whistle. They are letting them play.
Yeah, they are.
They're not falling for the flails. They're not falling for the tricks. There's a foul. Cat got hit in the face there by Keldon Johnson. But you know what? I talk a lot of shit about NBA referees. I dig what they're doing right now, though, because they're letting both sides play. and they're not falling for any of the little foul grift maneuvers or anything like that. They're making these teams score the basketball.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but what also happened on that Steph Castle layup a moment ago? He kind of got a little bump and they called it.
Yeah, he did. But it was also one where he got his defender off his feet.
Yeah, that's fair. But I agree with you. I'm just being contrarian.
Sure. Champagny defending Brunson. Brunson into the paint and turns it over. Good read there for Dylan Harper, the 20-year-old who plays like he's 25. And there's a foul in transition on Bridges to stop the layup.
Yeah, they got to stop turning it over. Too many, too early. They're letting them back into this game, but the Spurs have been cold, so.
That's now 2 turnovers each side. And Harper will go to the free throw line.
Did Trev swear? Welcome to the Bulletin.
Welcome to Bulletin.
It's basically Trev after dark. Actually,
that's right.
Sometimes it is Trev after dark, like literally. Actually, like that's a legit thing.
Yeah, it's oftentimes past midnight sometimes.
Yeah, that's what time this guy be uploading. Oh, this morning I texted him. I was like, "Oh, what time are you ready to go?" It was like 8:30 or like 9 o'clock. He's like, "I'm just getting started." I was like, "Man, Grandpa, I've been up and at him for the last few hours." And he was like, "Yeah, but you were asleep for several hours before I published that last video that came out at like freaking midnight."
That's right. That's right. Donnie's over here trying to say I'm not up early enough.
That's right. You stay up late, but I wake up real early.
That's true. And the Spurs get another stop, get in transition, and won. The Spurs take their first lead of the series. Dylan Harper. God, I hate that the Spurs got all these players in the draft. Tank. Get all these guys that are ready to go play right now. The lob to Mitch Robinson. Cornette did a great job breaking that up. Another turnover. Dylan Harper, 20 years old. Where were 20-year-old players that could do stuff like this a few years ago? How often is it that you see a guy that's a number 2 pick and can come in and do the things that Dylan Harper can do?
Yeah, I wonder what team you're talking about drafting a player a few years
at
ago.
Number 2 overall that's ready to come in and play right away. I don't know.
Yeah, he's awesome, man. Dylan Harper's going to be so good in this league for a long time.
16-14 Spurs lead. Go ahead.
They need to stop turning it over, though. I said it, and they did it again. But look at this defense, though.
Spurs defense swarming. Brunson for 3. No. Mitch Robinson tries on the offensive glass. Can't. Cornette doing a nice job there. Fox drives, kicks, corner 3.
Ooh.
Yep, again. And the Spurs are cooking. 19-14. Big time Spurs run. Brunson kicks, corner 3 for Shamet. Yep.
There you go.
19-17. Here comes San Antonio. Let's get a fun game here.
Yeah. The Knicks are going to have to hit those threes, man. They've got a few of them. They've just been missing them. The Spurs
and
don't
Chapetti
miss.
hits again.
Spurs don't miss. They started cold, but they're in the game now.
22-17. Once again, you look at the Spurs defense, even with Wemby off, like these are the minutes, and Brunson can't finish at the rim.
He grabbed his jersey.
How did he not get a call there? Like I've been saying, let him play, but my goodness, got to call something there.
That was interesting.
It's Mitch Robinson with the ball up top, hands it off. Brunson fouled on the handoff.
Oh, man. If they're going to let them play with Brunson like that all series, it's game 1, right? But if it happens all series, hypothetically, it's going to be a long series for Brunson.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. So the Spurs now 3 for 11 from 3. The Knicks 3 for 8. And the Knicks field goal percentage plummeting. Jalen Brunson just 1 for 6. 7 for 19, 37% from the field for the Knicks. 35%, 7 for 20 for the Spurs. It's been all Spurs lately. That turnover column going to be so important. Right now, the Spurs, who were down 0-2 in that category, are now up 2-3. 3 turnovers for the Knicks so far in this one. So something to keep an eye on there. And once again, the Spurs winning the offensive rebound battle 4-2. Donnie, it looks like the Spurs were just missing some shots early. Now that they're starting to fall, you can almost see the confidence picking up in this team.
Oh yeah, for sure. And who would have thought that, the rookie would come in and be the one to to spearhead that, right? He had a bunch of quick points, and I think they're really starting to get ready to run here with this the lead that they got here. So I would expect the Knicks to come out of this timeout and respond, but this looks like it's going to be a really good game.
It's a huge win for the Spurs if they can do what they've been doing, and that's win the non-Wemby minutes. And right now, that's exactly what they're doing. Luke Cornett is a +8 in 2 minutes. So since Wemby went out, the Spurs have actually gone on a run. That's massive because typically whenever Wemby goes out, things fall apart.
Yeah, and it's been Harper going crazy, and that Champagnie 3 too. And it happens so fast, right? It's only been a couple minutes. It happens so fast. So that's huge, like you said.
If the Knicks get swept, they should go back to the Giannis plan. Yeah, I do wonder if the Knicks lose this series and how, if suddenly we go back to the Knicks being willing to break this thing up.
I mean, do you make a drastic move? Like, I understand wanting to shake things up, improve the roster, but do you make a drastic seismic move like bringing in Giannis? Yeah, can you even do it? But do you do it?
I mean, I think they can.
You think?
Question:
Well, they'd have to give up, probably one of their core guys.
They just don't have a lot of draft capital.
Yeah, that's
to use. Yeah, I mean, you probably have to build something around Cat, I would think. Cat or Bridges or probably Anunoby plus.
Yeah, I was thinking.
And I think in that situation, they wouldn't even go to the Bucks. That player would go to a third team, and draft capital, whatever the Bucks would want, would go via that third team.
Yeah. But should you do that? I'm not so sure, man. You're in the finals regardless.
Yeah. It's a tough call. Let me ask you this. If you're the Knicks, and you found out that 100%, if you don't pull the trigger on the Giannis deal that's in front of you, Giannis goes to either Boston or Miami, do you do it?
If you don't do it and he goes to Boston or Miami?
Yeah, you don't do it, and that means he's going to get traded to either the Celtics or to the Heat.
Oh, to a direct competitor?
Yeah.
Do you try to steal him? No, yeah. I don't think you can worry about that.
I mean, sometimes you can do something like that and you make it worse. For example, the Celtics got Drew Holiday because the Bucks tried to improve their roster, traded Drew Holiday to the Blazers. Then they went, wait, what the hell? And Drew Holiday got sent to the Celtics.
I think that worked out pretty well. Drew Holiday on the Celtics.
It did. But what were the Bucks thinking? 22-17, Spurs lead. Jalen Brunson out with the ball up top. Brunson crossing over. Gets past Harrison Barnes. The floater along the baseline. No. And the Knicks stay cold. Here comes San Antonio. A lot of it has been transition play off of misses or turnovers from the Knicks, too. That's really got the Spurs offense going.
Wemby had Brunson on him.
Champagnie open corner 3. Knocks it down.
Yeah, the Spurs don't miss, man.
25-17. And we may have had a foul on the play as well. It could be a 3-and-1.
Yeah. This is where the Knicks kind of blitzing through their conference, waiting for so long, while the Spurs battle tested, going up against the defending champions. It's kind of showing itself, I think, in this first game.
You think a little bit of rust? Oh, yeah. And Landry Shamet hits.
Oh,
no. Landry Shamet bumps Harrison Barnes, who fell into the knee of Jalen Brunson. And Brunson is limping up the court right now. Oh, no.
You're kidding me.
That could be Halliburton all over again. Deuce McBride struggling with the defense of De'Aaron Fox. Finally gets the ball across half court. Steps into a 3. Long. High bounce. No. And another stop for the Spurs. Boy, it feels like it has been ages since the Knicks have scored. And it is absolutely fueling the Spurs offense because they keep getting in transition.
Yeah, they just put it up, but Brunson's 1 for 7.
Harper, the step through on Brunson. He scores at Euro step. 10-point. Spurs lead 27-17.
Harper has 10 points, man.
We haven't seen anybody like Harper in so long that comes in. He literally does not look like a rookie at all. He looks like he's been in the league 5-6 years easy.
Yeah. He does, and physically, he doesn't look out of place either. Like he looks like he's able to bang with these guys.
I mean, he took Brunson, shoved him off, Euro step, bucket. Man, that's rough.
Man, well, guess what? You can at least take solace in the fact that no teams are going to be able to do what the Spurs did.
Well, yeah, that's right. The Spurs burned the bridge behind them. Said nobody else can have consecutive top 5 picks like we did.
Yeah, what is that? 3 and 4 years or something? They got 3 and 4 years.
It also matters so much. Like, I wonder if every day, at some point, like it pops into the heads of the Hawks front office, like we missed Wemby by a year.
Oh man, or Cooper Flag on both.
Or
ends.
Cooper Flag. Like every time they see Zachary Sachet, do they look at him and be like, "You could have been Cooper Flag. You could have been Wemby."
That's brutal. That's so bad. That's so bad. He's just sitting
that's
there like,
why they're going to trade him this summer.
He's like, I didn't do anything wrong. Why are you comparing?
He didn't. It's not his fault, but I mean, just bad timing.
I mean, you talk about him like he's Anthony Bennett or something.
He's fine. Brunson to the locker room. Jalen Brunson limping to the locker room. Jose Alvarado.
Oh, that's not great.
In. McBride for 3. No, the Knicks still can't score. The offensive board, though, Mikal Bridges tips it up and in. 27-19, 1:10 to play. Jalen Brunson to the locker room. Man, come on.
That's the last thing we want to see.
Champagny over to Wemby. Wemby working on Cat. Spins in the paint. Fades. Fires off glass. No. Alvarado. The rebound. The smallest guy on the court.
I was going to say, man, Wemby makes him look like a little kid. Like, genuinely. He makes him look like a little kid.
Yeah. He looks like he's a 3rd grader.
Look at him. He looks like a little kid.
He looks like he should have a backpack and a lunchbox.
That's crazy.
And Cat fouled trying to post up on Champagny.
I'm saying that, but he's like what? He's like your height, huh? He's about so you'd look like a little kid next to Wemby.
I would look like a little kid out there. I have stood next to many NBA players, and it is a sobering experience.
Man,
except for Isaiah Thomas, I didn't feel so bad when I stood by Isaiah Thomas.
I bet. One time I walked past. Actually, it's fitting. It's the Spurs because it was when he was on the Spurs. Tiago Splitter. I walked right past him.
Oh,
and I was like, "Man, you made me feel small." I've never felt
Alvarado
small in my life, man. But you made me feel small.
Alvarado's 3 goes in and out. So these are massive human beings.
Yeah, they're big.
27-19, Spurs lead. Spurs going to try to hold for the last shot here, just about a second or so, separating the game clock and the shot clock. De'Aaron Fox into the paint, kicks out to Castle. Castle attacking Bridges off the bounce. 2 on the clock. 1. Castle fades, fires, no. Cat, and did not get that off in time. 27-19 after 1, the Spurs offense comes alive. But Donnie, really, it was the Spurs defense.
Yeah.
Once they started getting stops, that got their offense into a rhythm because got them into transition. They started getting the defense in rotation of the Knicks and then used that to get open looks, started draining those threes. 33% from deep for the Spurs in this one. 6 points for Champagny and 10 off the bench for Dylan Harper to lead the way for the Spurs. Meanwhile, the Knicks, you've got 5 for OG Anunoby, and it's time to worry Jalen Brunson in the locker room with a knee injury.
Yeah, that's crazy. First quarter of game 1 just can't get any worse. So hopefully he's fine and he's able to play. And I think he'll give it everything he can to play in this series, of course. On this first quarter here, yeah, like I brought up earlier, I really thought that the Knicks looked like they were like, whoa, we haven't played against the defense like this so far. Like we haven't had to play this intensity so far. Whereas the Spurs came out and they were like, man, we just came off 7 against OKC. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing. We're in a great rhythm. So I think that the Knicks will eventually obviously wake up. But once they got going in San Antonio, they just were able to keep it rolling. But I really thought they engulfed the Knicks defensively. There was some wide open shots. They were threes. The Knicks, if they hit those, obviously that swings things, but they didn't. And the Spurs were able to get out in transition. But they mostly just were able to keep them in check on the defensive end, as you pointed out.
Yeah, it's it's an acclimation process, I think, for the Knicks to play against this caliber of defense. And you're right. For the Spurs, it's just like, yeah, we've been playing OKC. This is the way we play, right?
Yeah. I just think that, again, the Knicks have not had a matchup like this, while the Spurs did. So I think that matters. So regardless of like the experience angle, all that stuff, I think that the Knicks have just they will wake up and they will get accustomed to the intensity of this. But I just think that was really showing in the first quarter, and it really shows when, again, a rookie comes in 10 points off the bench in 7 minutes.
Yeah,
He's the main reason that was happening. I mean, Wemby was on the bench.
and it's super easy when you are the Spurs to trust a rookie that you know can play the way that Dylan Harper plays.
For sure.
You know, like he gives you every reason to have total faith in him in the NBA Finals.
Yeah, and he has got a great motor, great defensive player too. Like, even if he may have because it's going to happen where he's going to have a bad shooting game or something like that. Some of that just pops in inconsistency wise, but he'll still give you everything he can on the other end of the court. He's still going to make the right play when necessary. He's a great player, man. I really am very high on Dylan.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He's part of the reason why that De'Aaron Fox contract may not look so good pretty soon here. Ooh, we're getting a Supergirl commercial here. Well, Jason Momoa as Lobo.
Yeah, it's funny. He took a different job there. It's like, all you guys are gone, but I'm just going to slide over into this other role.
Well, he thought he was going to be Lobo initially before he became Aquaman. Because he's like, yeah, I look like him. Like, it makes sense. But now he actually is.
Yeah, that's cool. You're going to go see it? Where'd you go see the Superman movie?
No, I'll see it when it comes out on streaming or whatever. I just
Oh, I know you don't really get the chance to go to the movies all too often.
No, not really. But although my daughter has been getting into watching the Marvel movies, we're starting to watch the Infinity Saga in order, and so she's getting to the age where I'll probably start taking her to stuff. So we'll see.
Take her to Spider-Man, man. An excuse to go see it.
She does not like Spider-Man for some reason. She does not like Spider-Man.
Oh, she's being contrarian too. Who doesn't like?
That's what it is. She loves Captain America. She really loves Thor. Wemby almost banks in the three. No, the save for Alvarado, but throws it out of bounds. The Knicks finally got a stop. Jalen Brunson back on the bench, getting a knee wrap placed on. Hopefully he's okay to go, but he's getting, it looks like a brace that's being put on his leg right now. The Spurs get another possession here, could not come up with the rebound, couldn't hang on to it, and the Knicks gift another possession to San Antonio.
Ooh, Wemby,
and they're saying fouls on the floor.
But Alvarado got caught in a cross match there. If you're going to be playing McBride, Alvarado, Brunson, just, my God, so many entry points for a huge dude like Wemby.
Yeah, you get any kind of a switch, and
yeah,
I mean, you might as well not even have anybody on him just about.
Exactly.
Barnes for three, no. Cat the rebound. The Knicks finally clear the glass. 27-19, Spurs lead. Here's Cat coming up to set the screen. Alvarado into the corner. McBride to Cat on the drive. Fouled on the floor, puts it up and in, and Cat is trying to argue it's an and one. Referees, though, were waving it off before he even put the shot up.
I thought that was good continuation, personally.
He didn't dribble again.
Yeah, they're so like hit or miss with that now.
It feels so subjective. What is continuation and what is not?
Yeah, ever since they made that change a few years ago.
Here's Cat driving, got the switch with Fox. Ball up top. McBride tries again for three. Gets one to go.
Good.
Trace for deuce.
They're going to have to make their threes for sure in this series. Just not.
And a turnover for Wemby. OG Anunoby picks him again. Here comes Cat. Attacking Wemby off the dribble. He's had success with that. This time, Wemby catches up from behind and blocks him. And Cat, yeah, he's got something to complain about there. Wemby was all over him. Wemby has that Defensive Player of the Year armor. He gets away with a lot.
Yeah, he gets all
he got ball up top. He comes down on the arm, though.
Yeah.
Here's Alvarado. Wemby baseline beats him.
Goal 10.
And goaltend. 27-24. San Antonio lead. I'm surprised Alvarado even went for that layup with Wemby there. But yep, the ball came off the glass first.
Yeah, me too. He snuck it up there real quick.
Castle throws the lob. No, we've got a whistle, though. And the Knicks are starting to get frustrated. And Brunson looking concerned on the bench right now. Barnes inbounds to Castle. Got plenty of contact there with OG. No whistle on that. Wemby rolling to the basket off the screen. Castle floats it up off the backboard, scores it. 29-24. Alvarado to Cat. They're going to need Cat scoring production here. Cat the drive on Wemby. Cat to the rim. Scores it. He is finding a lot of success attacking Wemby off the bounce.
Good move. Yeah, I think that'll be there for him all series.
Wemby, though, races down the floor after the Cat layup, gets the ball back, and gets fouled in transition.
Yeah. Also, similarly, Cat brings a entirely different look that Wemby didn't see in the last series.
How did Wemby not get called for a foul on that? He's grabbing Cat's arm as he's trying to drive to the basket. Cat is
finals,
pissed.
baby. It's the finals. And just let it go both ways is all. OG
got exactly. Let it go both ways.
OG got that bump on Castle. They didn't call nothing.
That's true.
Yeah. I'd be more upset that Wemby's at the line here if I'm Cat. Bro,
yeah, Wemby raced down the floor, got a quick look there. That's where you got to step in front and try to take a charge. Once again, Wemby right now, he's had a number of plays where he could have picked up fouls and didn't. He's at 0 fouls, though. The Knicks have got to get some fouls on him.
Yep. They've
got to find a way to manufacture something on him. And Wemby knocks down both free throws, 31-26. 10 minutes to play in the second. Here's Alvarado to Cat. Back to Alvarado. Little pistol action. Vassell defending. Into Cat. Now the double. Shamit attacking the closeout. Pull up 10-footer. No, in and out. The Knicks having trouble getting anything to drop right now. Here's Harper. Vassell for three in transition. Oh, badly misses that.
Ooh.
He's a great shooter, too. What?
When he puts it up, I think it's going in every time. Oh, that was a really good back pick and roll there.
Yeah. Little Spain action there. 31-28.
Couldn't think of the name for a second.
Castle turns it over. OG Anunoby with the pick. Alvarado. Alvarado saw Wemby and ran away.
That's exactly what he did. He said, oh, hell no.
He hit the brakes. The missed three there for McBride. The Knicks need some of their other guys to knock down some big shots here for them. Wemby working on Cat. 13 on the clock. Wemby pump fake. Steps through. Gets to the rim. Misses it.
Oh, wow.
How did he miss that? Right at the bucket. Shamit, the three in transition. No. And the Spurs get the stop. The Knicks, they're getting up shots, but 29% from three. They need some of these to drop.
And I'm not sure Wemby didn't get fouled on that last shot, to be honest.
He might have.
I'm not sure he didn't.
Harper misses the three, and it seems like both teams are settling into a bit slower pace right now. I think the energy at the beginning of the game is wearing off just a bit here.
Yep. Game of runs.
McBride gets a screen from Cat.
Man, look at that defense.
A great defense by Harper navigating that screen.
Oh, Cat, nice.
Fouled by Wemby. And Cat is on the floor.
That was a damn good pass, though.
That was a great pass. And Cat being picked up off the floor here. OG Anunoby, the drive, gets Wemby to commit, drops it off. Cat comes in. He grabs Wemby's arm, but I think the foul was there by Wemby first.
Yeah, I think Wemby gets him on like the chin or something like that, it looked like. I have to see it again. But he does absolutely hook his arm there too. Man, you know, you said that teams got to start trying to get fouls on Wemby. But I mean, if they don't ever call fouls on him, that's a bit of an oxymoron there.
Yeah, exactly. And the Spurs are challenging this. They're trying to make it a foul on Cat.
I mean, I could understand why. He did hook his arm in there.
He did. Yeah, it's possible. They could get it.
Eating at Taco Bell is a game of Thrones.
Not worth challenging this early. If Wemby had 2 fouls on him already or something, and this was his third, I would get it. I do think this is a bit early, especially on one that I think is very questionable. Like, if this were a gimme, like clearly the referees just missed it, that'd be one thing. But I think this is very questionable which way this is going to go.
Yeah, they must feel pretty confident, though, because like you said, this is not one I would have called.
Now, see, Donnie, this is the movie we'll wind up going to see, Minions and Monsters.
Yeah, we're going to go see that, too.
Yeah.
We're going to see a bunch of things. Like, I personally want to see He-Man. A little bit before my time, but I want to see it.
I was going to say, are you old enough for He-Man?
Yeah.
Like, do you remember He-Man when it was out, like, on TV and all that?
A bit before my time. I was only able to catch it on, like, Boomerang, but I still want to go see it. It looks pretty cool. And then Spider-Man, of course. I want to see Supergirl. So there's a bunch of things that are popping in the next, like, couple months. So, but we will go see that one because my daughter is about to turn 6 actually in a couple days here, but she's only able to really go see those kind of movies. So we took her to the last Minion movie and stuff like that, and she enjoyed it.
Well, pretty soon we're going to be at the part of the year where spending 3 hours in a movie theater away from any kind of news updates is not possible.
You're right. But that will pass pretty quickly. It'll only be
there's about a month of that from like mid-June through mid-July, depending on how long it takes for LeBron to make his decision.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Well, we may be waiting until August if that's the case.
God. The only way he could really think that is if he's willing to take a minimum.
I'll tell
if
you.
That's the case, then or at most a mid-level, and he hopes somebody will be hanging on to it to use as a trade exception or something.
If we have to wait till August, I'm gonna long since already have stopped, just waiting.
Yeah.
It'll just be one of those. It happens when it happens. I feel like we had those last year too with like the RFA guys where it's like, yeah, this happens when it happens, man.
The Kuminga and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. Just it happens when it happens.
The sooner this ends, the sooner the trade starts. What the finals?
Yeah.
There's some truth to that. You could teams could make a trade right now if they wanted to. Yeah. Oh my! But could you imagine if Adam Silver had any hair left? He would be pulling it out if Giannis got traded like right now.
I mean, we saw the Pacers make a trade while in the finals last year.
While in the finals, yeah.
So anything is technically possible. But yeah, he would lose it if Giannis got traded right now.
And it looks like the call was overturned.
They won the challenge, huh?
They won the challenge. Wow. So once again, the referees will not put a foul on Wemby.
I told you. How are you going to get fouls on Wemby?
How are you going to get fouls on even him? When they get him off his feet and you get contact, you're not getting whistles right now on him.
Yeah.
I think that'll change in New York. But that's one of the biggest keys about playing Wemby is don't play Wemby. Get him off the court as quickly as you can.
Yeah, because he takes up too much space, or he's able to cover too much space.
Yeah.
And he just completely warps entire defensive possessions.
31-28. Spurs lead. Here's Vassell coming around the curl. Pull up 15-footer. Misses that one. And Brunson is back in. Welcome back, Jalen Brunson. He chases down the rebound.
He still looks gimpy, though, out there. So hopefully he has it.
Mitch Robinson throws it down, broken hand and all. The lob. Ben Stiller likes it. Josh Hart gets the screen from Robinson. Wemby on the bench, throws up the lob over Cornette. How did Mitch finish this? Woo! Had to fight through the foul by Cornette. It's an and one, and Robinson somehow gets that lob to go.
Wemby is -5. They need him in the game. No. You need him out the game.
Yeah.
That
That lob, they
only
don't even
happened
attempt
because
that
they
lob.
went
And
on
Mitch
that run.
Robinson, as you would expect, misses the free throw.
Yeah, they don't even try that if Wemby's out there.
No.
Oh, Jordan, what are you looking for, man?
Jordan Clarkson, our old friend, checks into the game and immediately commits a foul. And sends Carter Bryant. Apparently, oh my God, the Spurs are already in the bonus. We have 7 minutes to play. And the Spurs are already in the bonus here. Carter Bryant, guess what? Another really good young player going to the free throw line for San Antonio.
Yeah, he didn't play much towards the end of that series. In fact, I'm not sure he even played in 7, but he was integral to their success this year and in the playoffs as well.
Hey, all the wings you can get, super important.
Yep.
And he makes 1 of 2. Here's Clarkson. So Clarkson, Brunson, Bridges, Shamet. That's a lot of guards right there. A wing and Bridges and Robinson.
They've actually been doing it all game too. I've been watching that. Like they're playing a lot of guards, trying to play fast, but it's not been working. They're leaning into the offense and shooting, but they've not been able to make their shots.
Clarkson misses the 3 there. The Knicks just 27% from deep right now in the game. Dylan Harper over to Fox. The 3, no. And another offensive board for San Antonio.
Ooh.
Fox misses, big rebound by Robinson. Brunson crosses over, attacks Vassell, throws it up off the backboard. No, Mitch. Mitch Robinson misses the putback dunk and then shakes it out his broken hand. 34-30. That's where you had to wonder, would Mitch Robinson's broken hand be a factor? Was not able to finish that putback dunk. Turns it into 2 points for the Spurs going the other way. Brunson attacking Vassell off the dribble, spins in the paint. Brunson flips it up over the defense.
Oh my God.
Oh no. Oh no. Brunson is down.
Oh, really?
Come on. Vassell for 3. Hits it. Knicks are going to have to take it. Oh no. Brunson's back up, but he's screaming. He is going after Scott Foster.
Yeah, I was going to say they're playing extremely physically with Brunson. They're not giving him anything.
So Brunson in the paint. Let's see it here. Floats it up. It's hard to see the contact from that angle.
I think it's just because he came down the way he did. He didn't come down on anything, just a lot of pressure on that leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, see. Because he's already injured, so now it's overcompensating. But they're really playing physically with him. That clip didn't really show it because he had already beat them and there was physicality on the contest, but they've been doing it all game. That's why he's like, what, 2 for 8 or something like that out there?
Yeah, Brunson right now, 2 for 9.
2 for 9, yeah.
In the game. So he has a knee injury and maybe a bit of an ankle there on that one.
Yeah.
37-32 Spurs.
Brunson is crying and flopping. Okay.
I don't know if that was a flop.
I
Brunson is one of the foul sellers in the NBA.
He's a grifter.
He can be.
But I thought we saw him get hurt earlier. 1 and 2. He comes down on the same leg that's already hurt, and he's up limping again. He's already limping by the time this happens.
When he got hurt, it was his own teammate that caused it, though.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying they caused it. I'm just saying he's hurt. So I don't know that that's a fair assessment of what happened. Sure. Exact scenario is my point. I mean, if you want to call him a flopper in general, I wouldn't argue with you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to argue with that.
Brunson can be a foul grifter. No question. Looks for contact. He's got 0 free throws. In fact, the Knicks as a team have 1 free throw attempt in this game. The Spurs have 10.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah, and the Spurs have shot more threes.
This does not profile as a game the Knicks are going to win. Not so far, anyway.
They're not getting a whistle when they're at the rim, and they're not hitting enough shots from deep right now. 27% from 3, though, fortunately for the Knicks, the Spurs are 28% from deep. And I think the Spurs are doing a great job moving the ball and finding good looks. It's a little fortunate, quite frankly, that the Knicks are only down 5 right now with the quality of looks the Spurs are getting.
Oh yeah, for sure. And like I mentioned earlier, I think the Knicks are playing a lot of defensive liabilities out there. They're leaning so heavily on offense, but the Spurs are better at playing that way. They've got better two-way depth than the Knicks do in terms of like going to the guards and stuff like that. So I think the strength for this would be to try to play more wings. But
yeah, when we talk
smaller, play quicker. I don't know if they're trying to mirror what OKC did, but I don't know that that's a winning strategy.
Jordan Clarkson, Landry Shamet, Jose Alvarado, Miles McBride, those guys all compete defensively, but I don't think you would look at any of them and say this is a plus defender.
No, not a single one.
Yeah. So that's a concern when they go to the bench. Now, the starting lineup, I think, does have, with Bridges and OG Anunoby and Josh Hart, has some guys who can defend.
Yep.
But again, you've got 3 fouls right now on Josh Hart. That makes it tough, and that's pushing more minutes to some of their worst defensive players.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting back to live action here. Uh-oh, they made Jalen Brunson bleed his own blood.
They got 2 on him right now. That's crazy, man.
37-32. Here comes
full
Brunson.
Court, full court
Carter Bryant
pressure.
defending. They're picking him up full court. Yeah.
Man.
Carter Bryant is all over
Carter.
him. Brunson spins.
Oh, my
stops,
God.
steps through, floats it up, can't get it to go, and follows it and puts it up and in.
Man. I thought he beat him and then did the pivot, the step through. He didn't have to do that, but it was just probably part of his momentum. And that made that shot more difficult than it needed to be. But thankfully, he was able to get a putback. But they're making him work hard. That was
really
full court. He comes up, gets the shot up. He's working very hard.
Offensive foul here on the Spurs, and there's a turnover for San Antonio. Good effort by Brunson just to stay with that play.
Yeah, he's trying hard out there.
It's Carter Bryant once again picking up full court. It's the benefit of having big, strong wings like that you can put on a guy like Brunson. Brunson getting to the paint, backing down on Carter, backing down, steps through, floats it up, scores it. Crafty move.
Ooh,
the right hand by Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, that was nasty. With Cornette and waiting and help too, that was nasty.
Here's Cornette with the ball up top. Just under 5 minutes to play in the first half. Here's Fox, left-hand dribble, gets to the baseline. Landry Shamet defending him. Fox gets to the middle, floats it up, and does not get the bounce. Look at the work by Mitch Robinson, boxing out Cornette there on that possession. 37-36, the Knicks have a chance to take a lead.
Let's see if they can do it.
Clarkson attacking off the curl, flows it back out after falling down. Brunson now 7 on the clock. Carter defending. Brunson, left-hand dribble into the paint. Floater. Yes. The Knicks take a 38-37 lead over San Antonio.
I mean, but those were all very well contested shots that Jalen Brunson just made.
And Dylan Harper right to the rim. No defense from the Knicks, gets right to the bucket and scores the layup going the other way to reclaim the lead.
Yep. But, I mean, those were just superstar shots from Brunson because Carter has him locked up. But it's
really good defense.
He's making some
Bridges pulls up 15-footer, knocks that down. Both teams now hitting.
Yeah.
40-39, Knicks lead. Here's Fox. Cross-court pass. Carter Bryant, the corner 3. In and out. And once again, Mitch Robinson, beast on the boards. Great box out there on Cornette. And then we've got a bump foul there. Brunson picks up the foul on Carter. 1 point Knicks lead. And Wemby checks back into the game with that stoppage.
He finally got a foul call.
He got one. Although, if you're the Knicks, I don't think you even want the call in that moment because it allowed Wemby to sub back in.
Yeah.
I think you'd rather there's no foul call and you can play another few possessions without Wemby.
Yeah, things are normalizing. They're going to start normalizing. They went on a run finally with Wemby on the bench.
So Mitch Robinson hands it off. Bridges into the paint, throws the lob.
God.
Whoa!
Did he think Wemby was his teammate?
He thought Wemby was on his team. He threw that lob like it was Wemby that was going to go get it.
Good Lord.
And that was not close. I don't know if even Wemby could have caught that.
I don't either.
That's 6 turnovers now on the Knicks in the game. Keldon Johnson, corner 3. Yes. Wide open after the paint touch. 5 turnovers for the Spurs in the game as well.
Yeah.
Here's Brunson. The three. No, off.
Man, he
Dylan
has
Harper.
lane there. He didn't go for it.
Wemby for three, short. Clarkson to the rebound. Comes Bridges, 42-40. Spurs lead. Shamet steps back, pops the three. Yes! Landry Shamet, land three. Shamet.
They need that for sure.
He's been such a find for them.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And
somebody
Wemby.
else that can shoot the ball. Because Jalen has to do, he's working so hard. He's doing everything right now. Even this was created by him.
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, at least he gets to the step back, throws it up over Keldon Johnson, hits it. Wemby got the foul on Mitch Robinson there, and he's going to go to the free throw line.
They're about to check back in with OG and Cat as well.
Cat right now with one foul. Hart with three. 2 on Shamet, 2 on Alvarado. The Spurs, only Keldon Johnson is in any kind of foul trouble. 2 on him.
The chat said that's how AR lobs to LeBron. It's so funny because AR just throws it up, man. He's
not a great lob thrower, that's for sure.
No, and he just throws it up like he's throwing it's a prime LeBron, and somehow he still catches a good number of those. They said Heat LeBron would have caught that. Maybe like 09 LeBron would have caught that.
Maybe.
Or Blake Griffin might have caught that. Prime Blake.
And Wemby knocks him down. 44-43. Spurs lead now. Jalen Brunson to the bench. Getting a bit of a rest. Alvarado into the corner to OG Anunoby. Anunoby steps back the three. No. Bridges fell down on the play.
And yeah, his feet went flying, knocked Harper down too.
Knocked Harper down. Yeah. Champagny wide open for three.
Ooh.
Can't allow that. He knocks that down. 47-43. Just bad defense there by the Knicks.
Yeah. You know what I will say?
What a great
I like
story Champagny is.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Not a good story if you're Daryl Morey. But
no.
But I will say I do like the pace of this game. There's not a lot of stoppages. I like the pace of this game.
Alvarado for three. Yes.
Nice.
Jose Alvarado. I love Jose Alvarado. Maybe it's because we're the same height. 47-46. Not really. He's taller than me. Champagny, another corner three. My God.
Together, man.
Champagny.
Oh.
4 of 5 from deep.
Yeah, he did that all series, last series too. So they need to have somebody stick on him. You can't do that.
He had 20 points in Game 7 against the Thunder. Now he's already got 12 in this one here, and we're not even through one half.
He had 22 in what, Game 5? That's why I said the Spurs came into this. They started slowly, but their guys are in a rhythm because they've been playing this whole time.
Yeah. And they got Champagny after he was cut by the 76ers. So they got him for free.
That's why I said not a good story if you're Daryl Morey, man.
Nope.
Oh, that rhymes. Love it.
Morey's story. Brunson back into the game. Gets bumped here by Castle. 50-46 Spurs lead. Here's Brunson. Carried it.
Okay.
No whistle. Steps back. The three over Wemby. In and out. Cat the offensive board. And he's being held as he goes up to grab that one. So that's free throws for Karl Anthony Towns.
Man, what a luxury, man. They can say, okay, well, Carter Bryant, we're going to take you out. We're going to put Steph Castle or Dylan Harper on Jalen Brunson. What a goddamn luxury. Just watch that highlight where Bron's head touched the ball, rimmed the ball. Oh, yeah, that's the one where he wasn't it. He just catches it and comes down, right? Yeah. He was super high up on that one. Yeah, LeBron back in those days, that first stint, Cleveland LeBron was crazy.
The super chat here. Here to protest San Antonio and the mess Silver created. What, by allowing tanking? Tanking is a thing of the past now, I think. The rules play out the way that we think they will.
That's why I said you take solace in the fact nobody else is doing this. You know what you do? You just tank to the playing game or something. Tank.
Tank to the 7 seed and then
Yeah,
lose the first play-in game.
yeah, that's what you do. That's the new strategy.
But then you get the 1 seed in round 1.
Who gives a damn?
Oh, Fox picks Jalen Brunson at half court
They've
and
got to.
scores it. Freebie points there for San Antonio.
They've got to stop with the turnovers. They're all live ball turnovers. They've got to stop.
Yeah, 7 turnovers on the Knicks, which isn't bad, but
It's
the
8,
live
actually,
ball,
but they're all
4
live
steals. Cat to the rim, misses it, tips it, no. Could be a little run here for San Antonio. It's 52-48. The Knicks struggled the last few possessions. And San Antonio with a chance to close out the half.
Ooh.
Fox into the paint.
Oh
kicks.
my god.
Champagny.
Oh my
Who
god.
else?
Did
Does it
they not
again.
know he's 4 for 5? What are we doing?
Now he's 5 for 6.
What are you,
Champagny for 3. 55-48.
man?
Big Spurs run to close out the half. And Jalen Brunson having words with the official right now. But a turnover.
Oh my god.
A miss by Cat on a putback at the rim. And a Champagny 3
Man.
to finish things out. The Spurs 38% from 3. The Knicks 30%. Champagny 5 of 6 from deep. 6 boards, 15 points to lead San Antonio.
Man, they're helping one pass away at the hottest dude in the building right now. What
Can't
are you
do that.
doing? You just can't. Like what?
What are you doing?
I mean, that was the hell of a skip pass, fine, but I don't know what Shaman is doing. You got to be there. The guy is on fire. You have to stay attached to him. That's crazy.
Will our Lakers win a chip or 2 in the next 5 years? I mean, I'm not going to say 2 because nobody's winning back-to-back right now. 8 straight years of no back-to-back champions. I hope they win one. Love to see Luka get one. MJ, good game. Fiending already for Lakers basketball. Do you miss Lakers basketball right now, Darnie?
Forget that. Look at the profile picture. I can't believe he did that.
That's funny.
Oh my god, that was another one of those memes that was floating. He gave so many memes in that short playoff series. That's the one where he's sitting on the guy, or almost sitting on the guy. Yes, I do miss Laker playoff basketball.
I do as well. I do as well. We got a bit of a wait. We get Summer League at least has been an appetizer, but all right, everybody. I'm gonna take a little break here for halftime, assuming Donnie's gonna do the same.
Yep.
And then we'll be back.
We'll see you in a minute.
Hey, everybody. We're back for the second half. Got a good game so far, 55-48. Before we get underway, let's give a quick shout out to our sponsor, and that is Prize Picks. You guys can check out the link in the description down below for Prize Picks. Super easy to play. All you got to do is pick more or less on some of your favorite players. Looking at some of the mid-game options here. Mikal Bridges, 17.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Devin Vassell, 8.5 rebounds and assists combined. He's at 6 right now. Donnie, I feel pretty good about Devin Vassell there.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen.
Okay, so we would go with that one, and then we would go with, let's take a look at, they adjust on the fly here during the game.
At 31.5.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Let's go there as well. All right, we would go with those two. If you guys want to get in on it, use the link in the description down below. The code is HMA. Play $5, get $50 instantly with Prize Picks. If you're going to play, please do so responsibly. All right, everybody, we're going to get back to second half action here. We'll see if the Knicks can catch up here to the San Antonio Spurs. San Antonio ball to start the third quarter, 55-48. Spurs lead. OG Anunoby, Jalen Brunson, Cat, Mikal Bridges, and Josh Hart out there. And a quick foul. Karl Anthony Towns looks annoyed. A foul on Cat. Wemby hits the deck as cutting through the paint. The Spurs really did a good job getting the Knicks into foul trouble. They got in the bonus so early in that second quarter. This is certainly not the way the Knicks wanted to start the third, is with another foul.
Yeah, they got into the bonus at about 7 minutes in the quarter. So definitely can't have that happen again here.
Wemby, the jumper over Cat, misses it. The rebound for OG Anunoby comes flying in. Here's Brunson. Hands it off to Josh Hart, who's playing on 3 fouls right now. Cat gets it. Wemby defending. Cat had a lot of success attacking Wemby off the dribble.
Oh, that was a good pass.
Oh, Cat over the top to OG. Brunson back to Hart. Open for 3. 2 on the clock. Hart, no. Good look.
The
Knicks need Josh Hart to knock those down, and this is why you miss, and the Spurs get in transition. Wemby now attacking, drops it, knocked out of bounds off of Wemby, and there's a turnover for the Spurs. Good job there by the Knicks to knock that ball away from him.
Yeah, they saved it because that was going to be a dunk.
It was going to be a dunk. You could see it. He was from the 3-point line for Wemby. It's one step, and he's at the rim dunking it. OG in the paint, floats it up, and fouled. And the referees say the foul occurred on the ground, though. No shot.
I do like what they're doing here. They've come out with the focus of getting the ball to Cat as a playmaker in the high wing. And he's kicking low to OG Anunoby there, and he's attacking that matchup. So I like that a lot.
Here's Brunson to inbound. OG slips to the basket for a moment. The ball over the top to Cat.
So yet again, doing the same thing. Just let him initiate. They've done this a lot in the playoffs, and they found a lot of success with it.
With Cat as the passer out with the ball up top.
Yeah.
The step back 3 for Anunoby. Tough shot, no. And Vassell comes flying in for the rebound. Here comes Castle. Into the corner. Fox. Into Wemby. Wemby on Cat. And another quick foul there.
2 really quick fouls there. Just can't do that. It's been a minute and a half.
So Cat with a foul on Wemby, and before that, we had Mikal Bridges picked up a foul. So already 2 fouls on the Knicks in the quarter. And this is going to be, assuming Wemby hits a free throw here, this is going to be the first points of the quarter so far. Played a minute and a half. Neither team scored.
Yeah. And there it is.
There it is. There's the first point of the second half. Good move there by Wemby.
Yeah. And Wemby's had a very pedestrian game outside of the defensive. Like, I don't have to even mention that because he just does what he does. But everything else has been very pedestrian. So I'm curious to see if he comes alive out there. He's 2 for 9 shooting.
That's the scary part. The Spurs are winning this game by 9, and Wemby is 2 for 9.
Yeah. Well, it's because like we saw earlier with who was it? Alvarado. He just saw Wemby under the basket and was like, actually, no. So he just kind of impacts the game in so many ways.
OG misses the pull-up 15-footer. Yeah, Wemby is he's like Steph in that he's got that gravity Only his gravity is on the defensive end. He keeps teams from going to the basket.
Yep.
Steph's gravity was he pulls defenders out to the perimeter, even if he's not the one shooting.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty interesting to watch.
57-48, Spurs lead. The Knicks have yet to scratch in the quarter.
Yep. They've also gone to the mismatch now, Wemby on Hart.
And that allows Wemby to play center field here. Brunson, air ball on the jumper. And here comes San Antonio. 9:44 to play in the third. Castle gets a paint touch and scores it. Just gets right back. Well, Hart couldn't pick up a fourth foul.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good strip. Oh, okay.
Yeah, ball out of bounds to the Knicks after nice hands there by Champagny to knock the ball away from OG Anunoby.
Yeah, that was just a bit too easy. It was a good move, though, by Steph Castle.
And looked like Wemby was there for the offensive board, even had that come off. OG into the paint, drops it off. Hart, tripped by Wemby, and that's what you got to do. Get into the body of Wemby. He picks up a foul, but that's just his first foul of the game. Much to the dismay of the Knicks.
They had the ball on the inbound. They were trying to get it to Cat. Cat was being face guarded and pushed out of the basket, out of the restricted area by Devin Vassell. Can't have that happen. He pushed him all the way out to like 20 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cat's got to be stronger there. Well, and there, Cat gets away with the shove on the back screen there. That was the LeBron special.
Hey, that's it. If they're gonna put him on him, Cat's gotta be aggressive. Oh my God, 3 fouls on Cat in just a few minutes.
Oh man. And this is the frustration Knicks fans get with Cat. He tends to lose his mind at certain portions of the game. And by that, I just mean loses his focus, isn't thinking. And that's what he's doing right here. Yeah. You can't commit another foul. You can't. Yeah. And to make it even worse, he allowed the shot to get up.
Yeah. So he's getting to the line here.
Yeah. So Wemby's going to the line. Cat just instinctively brings the arm down. But once you bring the arm down, you're toast. You're done. Yeah. And so you might as well follow through and make sure the shot doesn't go up. Fortunately, it wasn't an and one, but still, that's 3 fouls now on Cat.
Yeah.
And the Knicks are going to put the Spurs in the bonus again really quick here.
Yeah. And the Knicks have been dealing with foul trouble all game long. Foul trouble and the injuries to Brunson have had their rotation thrown out of whack.
And Wemby knocks down the free throws, 61-50. Spurs lead. Here's Brunson. Cat sets the screen on Vassell. Doesn't set it well, though. Now Fox is on Cat. Can the Spurs take advantage? No, they pass out of it.
No, yeah. If they're going to put these smaller guys on Cat, he's got to be aggressive.
Yeah, and an air ball in the paint for OG misses that badly. Castle over to Wemby. The Spurs where they've thrived. Oh, he carried that. Wemby did. Castle for 3. No. Cat the rebound.
I don't know why you're pointing out carries like that's something that it's ever called ever in this game.
They never do call. Hey, Jalen Brunson did it. We called it then.
That was nasty.
That was bad one too. He got away with it.
The ball literally hung on his. Oh, that was a good pass. The ball literally hung on his thigh for Jalen Brunson.
And that's the challenge with Wemby there. That what should have been a layup or a dunk turns into a stop for the Spurs because of Wemby's presence in the paint there.
Ooh.
And Fox misses the reverse layup on the offensive rebound by Castle, scores it 63-50. And the Spurs, their defense, they're just getting so many stops right now. The Knicks have only scored 2 points in the quarter, and Brunson misses again. The Knicks cannot score the basketball.
Oh, wow.
Donnie, let me throw a little hot take at you. And we've got a foul now on the Knicks again. Let me throw a hot take at you here. If the Knicks can't score, the Spurs are going to win this game.
I was going to say that Wemby did that possession prior, by the way, where he contested it, and that turned into a little air ball. That's what I was saying earlier when I said this guy just covers so much ground. He just warps the defense so much. And yes, that is such a hot take, Trevor. If they can't score, they're going to lose the game. Yeah, this, again, I said this to start the game. I think, oh my God, wait, hold on. Okay. I think that this is just something, a physicality and intensity the Knicks have not seen yet. And then on top of that, a caliber of team the Knicks haven't seen yet.
Yeah, I agree with that. Castle misses the three. Still 50 points for the Knicks, and they're stuck there right now. 2 points in the quarter, and we've played almost 5 minutes.
Oof. Again,
nearly a turnover. Josh Hart,
Vassell,
he's got to be able to score.
But watch Vassell here. He's like, just Cat can't be that passive.
No.
He's getting pushed out of the from under the basket, dude. Oh my!
And a wide open three for Brunson. Can't hit that. Harper checks in, misses the bull shot along the baseline, and the ball stays with the Spurs. The Spurs are playing with more force than the Knicks are. That's for sure.
Yeah, and the game kind of favors that, right? The whistle favors that. Everything favors that. Now, is it also because they've been the aggressor this whole time that they're in the position they're in? Probably so, right?
Yeah, that's part of it too. And that's something they would have learned. Wemby limping as he's walking over to the bench.
Ooh,
what's going on there?
I didn't see anything happen there.
He doesn't seem overly upset about it. I think he's okay, but yeah, they certainly would have learned that from the OKC series, that the team that plays with the most force wins the game.
Absolutely.
Here comes Hart.
Oh my God.
On the run, Mikal Bridges, the reverse layup, no, and does get a whistle.
Okay.
The Spurs are protesting.
He got you could tell he saw that Hartenstein chase down block, because that was Cornet right there. He was like, that's not happening to me.
I'm not going to get eye-hearted here on this one.
That was a hell of a block on Hartenstein.
That was insane.
Yeah, hell.
Maybe the defining play of that game.
Yeah, it was. And it's. I mean, there's so many big plays, but that's certainly one of them. That was a hell of a block, especially in a stretch where Wemby had 5 fouls. They just needed to buy a minute or two. Crazy. Yep. He had 5 fouls for the last 6 minutes or so of that game, and they could not get him out of that game.
It's so tough to do.
They didn't even try anymore, though. They just were like so content to just run out and shoot threes. Oh, we're at the basket. Let's put up a little floater. Oh, we're at the basket. Let's dribble back out like Steve Nash.
It's so frustrating when you see teams where you know a critical player is in foul trouble and they just don't go at him.
Yeah. And as we can see based on this game, they don't like putting fouls on Wemby. So you gotta get him if you can.
That makes it tough though too. When you go out of your way to try to get contact with Wemby and you can't get the whistle, that's where then it starts taking you out of your offense. It gets to a point where it's not worth it. But yeah, they we've seen that happen quite a bit with teams though, where everybody knows the guy's in foul trouble and then teams just don't go at the player. The Lakers do it all the time. We saw them during the course of the season where they would get somebody in foul trouble and then stop attacking that player.
Yep, absolutely. I don't get what's happening there. By the way, just looking at the box score, there was a stretch in the first half where the Spurs were up, Castle was -10, Wemby was -5. Then the Knicks went on a run versus that bench group, and since then the starters have come back. Wemby's now +9, Castle's +4. That's a huge swing.
Yep.
And they have dominated this game to start this third quarter. Of course, that's no surprise. But basically, I think that the first quarter, the way that the Knicks went cold after a few minutes, and the way this quarter is looking with all the fouls, again, I don't know how this profiles as the game the Knicks win.
Yeah, I mean, right now it certainly doesn't.
Yeah. They're going to have to get hot. They're not shooting well enough. They're going to have to get hot. And the Spurs aren't shooting great either. They've got one player shooting great. But it doesn't matter because they've been in the aggressors. They've been at the line. They've done all these other things. They're winning all of the other battles.
Yeah, I mean, the Knicks are shooting 25% from 3. The Spurs are 31% from 3. But that means 3 plus 3 made threes for the Spurs. Plus, the Spurs have 16 free throw attempts to just 3 for the Knicks. And if you look at the field goal attempt battle, 58 field goal attempts for the Knicks, 55 for the Spurs. So that's not all made up with the free throw discrepancy there. It's not like all of those extra possessions are just being used on free throws. So the Spurs are winning the possession battle here in a big, big way. And that's a big part of what we're seeing right now. They're winning the offensive rebound battle. They're winning the turnover battle right now. Not by a lot, but it's enough to give them the lead here, despite the fact that neither team shoot particularly well. The Knicks are going to have to start knocking down shots if they're going to get back in this thing. And they got to go on a run quick. I mean, they've scored 2 points in over 5 minutes here. That's not exactly inspiring.
Yeah, they I think the problem with those turnovers, like we mentioned earlier, is that they were mostly all live ball turnovers, all these things. So that all just, again, all together is just a lot to overcome. Oh, I still almost didn't see it because the black on black with the paint.
Yeah, it's Josh Hart. Looked like he just knocked knees. Bridges at the free throw line.
Oh, just can't miss.
My God.
Can't miss free throws, man.
I'm sure Knicks fans are handling this well.
I'm sure Spurs fans are feeling real good. Wemby is 2 for 10, and you're winning this game
handily.
Pretty handily, yeah. But again, like I mentioned earlier, like that, I think obviously that's obviously going to be something that comes along for Wemby. But that just means he has another leap to make, which is going to be insane. When he's controlling both ends of the court, it's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
But right now, he absolutely controls one end of the court for sure.
Castle over to Harper. Harper spins into the paint.
Good move.
Leans and scores it.
And the flex, too.
You can't find a guard that's got a decade of experience that can do that stuff.
Yeah, he is going to be so good. He's stepping up so big in this game for them off the bench. He was the one that started the run for them when they were in the mud.
65-51. Bridges the little pull up and gets it to go. We've got a whistle. I think the net was hit while the ball was on the rim.
Yeah, looked like offense interference there. Man. No, show me the Harper one.
This is Bridges. Gets the ball up on the rim.
Oh, there is actually a foul.
Yeah. And Josh Hart going to the free throw line.
Yeah, I wanted to see that Harper again because he really just put him in the weight room there and flexed on him. I think that was hard, huh? He went right at him.
$65-54.
He's just so big. That guy is huge. He looks so out of place. There's no way that guy's 7'4". He's like 7'8", man.
And Castle gets to his spot and hits the little 15-footer. 67-54 now. And the Knicks look like they're in a bit of trouble right now.
They're in mud. Another good pass from Cat.
Oh, nice by Cat.
Really
That's good for them. Whenever they've gotten the ball to Cat up top.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's just been isolation pretty much for them throughout this game.
3 for Harper. Nope. And the rebound for Hart.
Got to go in transition.
Yep. Got to get a look here. Cat with Cornette defending. Boy, it is so different. And Cat scores it and one. Nice take to the basket there. It's the whole floor opens up when you get Wemby out of the game.
Yeah.
Cat's been driving a lot this game. Yeah, give him credit. He's been putting his head down, going to the basket.
Yeah, he's not been settling for that 3. In fact, I don't recall him even taking one.
I was going to say, yeah, he took 1. He's 0 for 1 from deep.
Okay. I was going to say, I don't recall it. So he's been very aggressive out here. I mean, you could argue he's been their best player in this game, aside from that hot stretch from Jalen Brunson earlier.
Yeah. And Cat gets it to go. And we're back to, I mean, they're in striking distance, 67-59 with 5 minutes to play in the third. There's time.
Yeah.
You've got to go on a big run right now, though, with Wemby out.
You got to get some stops here.
You got to get stops. You can't allow the Spurs to keep scoring without Wemby on the floor.
Good block.
There it is.
That was a good block.
Big time block. Here comes Hart. Over to Brunson. Big moment here. Brunson at the rim, floats it up, scores it.
Timeout.
And timeout Spurs. Yep. Timeout. Good timeout by Mitch Johnson.
That was a really good timeout. You got to call that one.
Yep. 67-61. Signs of life from the Knicks. I wonder, Donnie, are you putting Wemby back in the game right now if you're Mitch Johnson?
Hell yeah. I was just about to say the Spurs are about to put Wemby back in the game.
Yeah.
You don't have time to play around. You need to get that lead back up. You can't let this team start feeling confident or get a good rhythm going and all that stuff. No. You got to put an end to that. Because the thing is that players get very timid. And the problem with Wemby is that you can't just have him switch out on the perimeter and think he's out of the play. No, he covers way too much ground. So he may be on the 3-point line and all of a sudden you're getting stuffed under the rim. So it just is what it is. But teams play very timid against him. So
the Knicks scored 2 points for the first 5+ minutes, nearly 6 minutes of this half. They're winning the quarter.
Yep.
13-12.
Yeah, as soon as Wemby goes out.
Wow.
Literally, as soon as Wemby went out.
Yep. Let's see. When did Wemby go out? Wemby subbed out.
I know it's him because he's still +9.
Yeah. Where is it? Here, Fox for Steph Castle. Anyway, he's only been out for a minute or two.
Yeah.
And they've gone on a big run.
There's only 17 minutes left of game time, so I would expect him to play at least another 13, 14 minutes of this game.
Yeah, he's going to need to.
Right.
Well, that's weird. Wemby's substitution isn't showing up on ESPN's log here.
Let's see if I can find it.
I'm just curious how long he's been. It's been a couple of minutes, but it's been a big run here in that time for the Knicks. Oh, there it is. So never mind. I found it. So it's been 2 minutes, and yeah, it's been 2 minutes.
And they went on a run. They went on a run.
They went on a big run. It was 63-50 when Wemby went out.
Wow.
And it's now 67-61.
Wow. 11-4.
So 11-4 run in the 2 minutes with Wemby out.
Man, that's some I'm telling you, that's some prime LeBron stuff. They would win the whole game and he would sit for just 1 minute and they would lose the game in that 1 minute.
Unbelievable.
That's ridiculous. But earlier they were able to go to the bench group with Cornette and all that stuff, and they went on a run with Wemby on the bench. So
yeah, they did it that first shift. They did it, but then the second shift, when they subbed them in the second quarter, they weren't able to get away with that one. That's when the Knicks went on a run there.
Yeah, the Knicks are feeling it. I think they're waking up here a little bit.
Knicks are a dangerous team. Spurs need to keep the pressure on. Yeah, absolutely. The Knicks are a team that have shown they can really do damage. I think it's pretty clear. As soon as Wemby goes out, the Knicks are decisively the better team if Wemby is out. Yeah. It's when Wemby's in that it gets a little more dicey. All right, here we go. Wemby is indeed back into this game.
Absolutely. Knew he would
as expected. Wemby gets the ball on the low block, working against Towns, fades, kicks out. Champagny steps back, throws it to Harper, who gets baseline. Harper, the reverse. Are you kidding me?
Oh, my God. Harper, man, he's been killing it all game.
69-61. What a finish.
16 points off the bench.
Brunson for 3. Nope. And the Knicks just can't hit a shot when they need to right now. Here comes Wemby. I'm sorry, Fox. Turns it over. Hart in transition. Hart, McBride, Shamet for 3. 5-point game. 69-64. Brunson hasn't been able to hit from 3. He's 1 for 8, but Shamet, 3 of 5. Look at Wemby working on Towns here.
Wide open.
Fox. Harper in the corner. Air ball.
That one didn't happen.
Did not happen.
I didn't see it. Good pass.
Brunson kicks out. Hart had the 3 there if he wanted it. McBride for 3. Nope.
Good
long.
work, Cat.
Cat on the glass. Scratching and clawing to get to that one. 69-66.
After all that.
After all that. Here's Fox in the paint. Puts it up. Hits it. 71-66. Nice job there, but that's what you want Fox on this team for right now. Although I think as soon as next year, you're going to want to feed the minutes to Harper.
Oh, hell yeah. If he keeps playing like this. Just gotta, man, cat's under the basket again. They're just not getting him the ball. Get him the ball.
Yeah, he's got Keldon Johnson on him. Give him the ball.
They refuse to pass it to him.
Hart for three, in and out, but Cat, offensive rebound and one. The Knicks' best offense may be getting Wemby switched off a Cat onto the perimeter and then just putting a shot up and letting Cat attack the offensive glass.
Yeah.
Because he is killing anybody else on the boards that's not Wemby.
Yeah. Is he hitting our 31.5 yet? Did he hit it?
Yeah, he hit it. Because he's got 17, 10, and 4 right now. Well, I guess if he hits a free throw here.
He's about to hit it.
18, 10, and 4. Yep. He'll hit it.
Some great picks.
There we go. We got it. What was the other one we did?
I don't recall, but I know Steph Castle hit his.
Steph Castle hit his.
Oh, did OG hit his?
Was it?
No, OG hasn't.
And crawls up over the front of the rim. OG Anunoby is only at 5 right now.
Yeesh.
That's not great. Maybe it was Devin Vassell. Did we say Devin Vassell was supposed to get to?
Oh, yeah, we did.
I think 8.5 rebounds and assists.
Yep.
And the Knicks get a good box out by Cat on Wemby there. The Knicks get the stop. 71-69, 2-point game.
Ooh.
Vassell needs 1 rebound or assist.
Okay.
Cat deep 3, short. Don't love that shot. Here's Harper in transition now. Almost loses it. Over to Keldon Johnson. Into the paint. Kicks out. Swing. Wemby, 3, nope.
He's foul gripped it. You see it?
Yep.
They didn't call it, so he passed it.
And we got an offensive foul there on Wemby.
Yeah.
Wemby comes to screen Brunson, just gives him a little shove.
Yeah, he did that because he was being lazy.
Yeah.
Because he's so small down there. I'm not bending over. I'll just push this man.
He's like, no, it's too far down there.
Yeah, I'm not setting a screen on him.
71-69.
I want to see Champagne get going again. He was so hot. They've kind of gone away from him.
Yeah, the looks haven't been the same. Brunson hits it. Tie game. 71 all. 2 minutes to play in the third. Okay. Keldon Johnson, the drive. Rejected. Deuce McBride said, get that Deuce out of here.
That's terrible. We don't need Deuce McBride.
You know what I'm saying.
We don't need those. We don't need. I was gonna say, man, that you can't give up a wide open layup like that, but good recovery and defensive play from McBride.
Yeah.
I was just about to crucify them for that one. You can't do that. Oh, Wemby,
what a screen. Wipes out Shamet, and the Knicks the Spurs get a dunk out of it. Here's Brunson. Spurs up 2, 140 to play in the third. Shamet sets the screen, guard to guard screen. Brunson floats it up. Can't get the whistle. Oh, did he get it?
He did.
He did. Robinson had the dunk, but it's going to be Brunson going to the free throw line. So the dunk waved that off.
Oof.
Man. Shamet got a blitz. Would you think that was offense? That Wemby screen?
I don't even know. He got decimated. We're gonna go in favor of the smaller guy on that one. Look at it.
Here it is. Here it is again.
Right in the face too.
Nah, Wemby was set.
No, yeah, that might have been on Shamet. His face went into Wemby's shoulder.
Yeah, I think it was fine.
Richard Jefferson.
Brunson, second free throw, and we're tied again at 73.
Yeah, my bad, Wemby. He just ran into your shoulder, dude.
1:37 to play in the third. De'Aaron Fox with the ball. Fox kicks it out. Vassell swings it. Harper looking to attack McBride. Good crossover.
Good.
Over to Wemby. Wemby corner 3 over Robinson. No. And Josh Hart climbing up for the rebound.
It's a monster rebound.
Brunson, left-hand dribble, into the paint, spins, fires, 15-footer for the lead. No.
They need.
And here
Fox
comes San Antonio.
Fox has been very quiet in this game. They need him to get going.
And right there, good aggressive move. Gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, he just hasn't looked like himself in these last. He had one good game, I believe, but he hasn't looked like himself since the injury.
3 for 11 from the field. He had a really good game 7, but this is just, it's unfortunate, and it leads to a lot of frustration with fans, but this is what high ankle sprains do to a player. Yeah. You can get back on the floor, but you're not the same. You're just not the same. It takes a while to get fully back.
He doesn't look like he's got that burst, man. We're used to him being a lightning rod out there, looking like the Flash, end to end. He just doesn't have it.
It's the way it goes. He'll recover from it. It's just, you could just see it out on the floor. Nice rebound by Mitch Robinson. It's like the 3rd or 4th time I've said that this game for Mitch Robinson.
It's one thing he does exceptionally well.
74-73, Spurs by 1, 55 seconds left in the third. Brunson now has Harrison Barnes switched onto him, spreading the floor, looking to attack this matchup. Brunson into the paint, drops it off to Robinson, but no, wasn't home. Turnover, Knicks.
Brunson's had a very bad game.
This has been one of the worst Brunson performances we've seen in a bit.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
Here comes Fox. Spurs can go 2 for 1. Ball over to Vassell. Vassell in the paint.
Settle.
Out to
there
Wemby.
It is. Yeah, don't settle.
There's the dunk for Wemby, and it's the 2 for 1. 28 seconds left. Yeah. Spurs will get another possession here. 76-73. Spurs lead. Wemby fakes the 3, drives to the basket, and dunks it.
I thought he was going to take it, man. Sometimes he's really comfortable taking that. I want him to go to the rim.
Yeah.
Oh,
McBride, the bank is. How do you bank that? How is that even possible?
Wow.
You could take 100 shots trying to do that and not hit the shot Deuce McBride just hit. Wow. Wemby for 3, no. And that's the end of the third. We're tied at 76, Donnie, after 3 quarters. How the hell did that bank in?
It kissed the glass and banked in with him drifting to the side. That's crazy.
I need to see that shot again. That, like, if somebody does that to you in horse, you just take the letter.
Yeah, that's crazy. Look at this.
Look at the angle.
That's crazy.
How do you get a bank on that? He throws his hands up, the little Jordan shrug there. What the heck was that?
Man, that was a hell of a bank. He took a deuce all over the backboard.
Dropped it right in there.
Dropped the deuce in the basket.
Deuce McBride. My goodness.
Well,
he missed it so bad. So he missed it so bad he made it. Yep, that's it.
Right. That's why he threw the palms up. But it's a tie game going into the fourth. There's been a lot of bad performances in this game. A lot of guys shooting really badly. It's only 76 points across the board.
I mean, that tends to happen, though, in the finals. Percentages die down. But yeah, 3 for 11 from De'Aaron Fox, 3 for 13 for Wemby.
Look at Brunson.
Brunson, 7 for 22 and 1 of 8 from 3. 1 for 5 for Josh Hart. Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Dylan Harper, though, the rookie, 6 for 10.
Man, I don't recall a 10th shot from him, but he certainly has played super good in this game.
And 7 boards. Yeah. Tied for the second highest boards on the team from a guard off the bench in 24 minutes.
Speaking of boards, I mean, we haven't talked much about him. He's not scoring much. You just mentioned him, but Hart has 6 rebounds or 6 assists. Like, Hart's been doing his thing.
Yeah, I just would love to see him knock down. He shot well enough from 3, but teams leave him alone like he's a 25% three-point shooter, but 0 for 3 from deep so far in this game. But a nice job contributing on the boards, the assists, 9 boards, 6 assists, a steal and a block, no turnovers. He's doing what he needs to do out there.
Yeah. Do the Knicks go the whole quarter with their starters? Because Anunoby's on the list at 22 minutes. Bridges is at 23 minutes. Like, they're going to need to play those guys more than that.
Is this where you just say you lean into this is our rest advantage and just play them?
I think you have to try to steal this game. Because the thing with this game is it could have very easily turned into a blowout the other way, but they were able to come back, and now it's anybody's game.
How much of it is you look at it and you say, is Wemby going to go 3 for 13 and De'Aaron Fox 3 for 11 again in this whole series? Probably not.
No.
This is your chance.
You have to, and maybe you get it, maybe you don't, but I think you have to try to go for it for sure. Yeah. Which they obviously are going to do. It's the freaking finals, but you have to play your guys. I honestly, some of that with Wemby too. Like, Wemby's played 27 minutes. He's got to get to a point where he's able to play a 42-minute game if needed, 44-minute game if needed, consistently. They're very, very cautious with his minutes, which I understand, but he's got to get to that point, I think.
It could be a factor too as we go deeper on in the series. If Wemby, if he has to play 40 minutes in a few games or 38 minutes, could that add up?
Yeah.
Could we see fatigue?
Maybe. I thought he looked pretty tired towards the end of that last series.
Yeah. Here's Hart with the ball, just kicking off the fourth quarter. I'm sorry, Alvarado with it.
Oh my God, they went to Cat in the post against the small.
They did it. 4 on the clock. Cat against Fox. Puts it up. No. The tip. No. The tip again. No. And nobody can figure out whose ball it is.
No. But Wemby, like I mentioned, just crashed down and contested that because he just covers so much distance.
And Bridges on the bench right now. I think Mitch Robinson's had a good game.
Yeah. Nice.
Good cut. Shamit, the off-ball movement. That was Rip Hamilton style right there.
Yeah, it was. Oh, wow. You invoked his name of all people.
Of all people.
I miss Rip. He would be so good in this era, I think.
He was the king of off-ball movement. He was the off-ball movement king before Steph Curry became the off-ball movement king. You know what I mean? Like
just from mid-range though. But
yep,
he would
the master of the mid-range.
Yeah, he'd be so good in this era.
And Wemby picks up a foul, I believe, on Cat. And he'll go to the free throw line. Oh no, it's on Jose Alvarado.
Man, Wemby, that foul on you from Alvarado didn't bother you at all.
That was not much of a foul there either. He did hit him.
Little kid,
but it was like it was like he just tapped him, like literally just tapped him on the shoulder.
He didn't even feel that little kid shoulder tap.
No.
He didn't feel
that. The little kid?
That's what he looks like out there, man.
Alvarado and Wemby. Man. It's the adult on the floor with a bunch of third graders.
He's just so big. He looks so funky to me, or funny to me, just because he's so big and so slender.
He gets 1 of 2 to go. 78-77. Knicks by 1. 11:08 to play. Alvarado, OG, Cat, Shamit, and Deuce McBride on the floor for the Knicks.
Yeah, they switched off. Wemby was playing center field. They had him switch off just now, but he's still playing center field, basically.
He's playing Cat, but yeah, he's definitely hanging out in the middle of the floor as much as he can. Alvarado with 2 on the clock. Gonna have to put it up. He does. The 3. No. OG Anunoby shoved by Fox going for the offensive board, and it's going to stay with the Knicks. So you've got Fox, Wemby, Castle. Fox trying to suggest that OG flopped. Vassell out there. Harrison Barnes as well for the Spurs. Here's Cat over to OG. 5 on the clock. Knicks have been running into clock issues lately. OG, good take. All the way to the rim, scores it. 80-77. Here's Castle. Wemby rolling to the basket. Over to Barnes. Barnes attacking into the paint and throws it over to Wemby. Almost a turnover, but Wemby, great catch. Misses the turnaround, and Cat saves it to Alvarado.
Surprised Cat didn't get a foul there.
Because the way the whistle's gone, or did you think he really fouled him?
No, just because of the way the whistle went for that start of the third quarter.
80-77. Here's OG. Castle defending. 6 on the clock. OG, the drive, gets the bump. No whistle. OG's frustrated. That call has been made routinely all season long. I like they didn't make that call though.
Wow. How you missed that, Vassell? Well, okay, well, Wemby got it. Never mind.
Wemby got the putback though.
Look at the Nuns. Do it for the Nuns.
80-79. Knicks lead. Here's McBride. Gets past Barnes to the corner. OG. 0-3.
Oh.
83-79.
Anunoby's starting to get going here.
OG Anunoby now with 13 points. He cleared the number we were looking for there, the 11.5. Castle, he's so strong. Spins in the paint and scores it.
Is he 13 or 10?
He was 11.5 for OG. On those initial, him and Castle were at that 11.5 number.
Oh, no. ESPN or the broadcast showed 10 points. So he's at 13 now. Oh, 16.
Now he is. That's what it was. I was ahead a little bit on the box score.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
86-81, Knicks lead. 8:40 to play. Castle, the last few minutes have been a lot of Knicks scoring here. Castle for 3.
That's
of course.
That's a big shot.
And he is not a 3-point shooter, but knocked that one down.
Ooh, that's a big shot. Stop momentum, all that, because OG's heating up. That's a huge shot. I just love their he's not a rookie, but they're young guards, man.
They're tough.
I think in this postseason, they have played like they've had their ups and downs, but they've mostly looked unfazed, man.
Alvarado with it. 8 on the shot clock. The drive by Alvarado floats it up. No, can't get it to go. Here's a chance for the Spurs to tie or take the lead. Fox into the paint, kicks out. The 3 for Vassell. Great look. No. The offensive board by the Spurs kicks it out. Castle tries again for 3. No. Cat, big rebound over to Alvarado.
I thought
ahead to McBride. McBride the drive at the rim. Misses badly. What was that?
These guys are looking for fouls. Stop looking for fouls, man. Just go.
Barnes takes the 3. Wemby shoves Landry Shamet. No whistle. Offensive rebound for the Spurs. Put it back up and in. We got a tie game at 86.
Stop looking for fouls. These guys are looking for fouls. Just play.
Was that a flop by Shamet?
Yeah, you saw Derek Queen right there. Did you see him?
I didn't.
He was in the crowd. Derek Queen.
Good for him. It's a good learning opportunity.
Yeah. But yeah, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
I was saying, was that a what did
he flop?
Should he have been called for a foul there? Or was that a flop?
Again, but I just saw him go flying. But everybody's going flying right now. So I'm like, dudes, these guys are out here all trying to get foul calls.
The Knicks have been looking for calls and they're not getting them right now.
Yeah, just
OG Anunoby, again, that call. I know why OG was pissed when he drove, got contact on the little cut at the angle, threw the ball up, didn't get a whistle. They've been making that call all season long. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I like that they didn't call it, but I understand why he's frustrated because that's been an automatic whistle all season. Aaron said Harper's performance is equally impressive, if not more so, considering it's the playoffs compared to what Cooper's doing during the regular season. Yeah, if who knows what Cooper Flagg would be doing if it were the playoffs, but if Dylan Harper was doing this all season long, we'd be talking a lot more about him potentially winning Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, it's also not apples to oranges, but it's not an equal comparison because the roles are different. Because Cooper would be the primary guy, and I think that matters a lot. Harper's been awesome, but he's not been the primary guy, and he's able to play off of others. If Cooper was with this exact team anyway in the postseason, he'd be the guy creating for everybody, tasked with being the top perimeter defender out there as well, and just all that. So it's a little bit different, but I don't say that to take anything away from Harper. He's been awesome. He's been really, really good in this game, and he had some really good games in the previous series as well.
Harper right now with 16 points in the game.
Bit of a quiet second half, but because he had 10 in the first quarter, but he really spearheaded that run in the first quarter.
16 points, 0 turnovers, only 1 assist. So he's not creating shots a lot for other guys, but he's doing everything he needs to do out there right now, just cutting, being all over the place. By the way, the turnover battle, speaking of which, it is tied at 8 apiece. Offensive boards, 8 for the Knicks and 11 for the Spurs. So that's giving San Antonio a little bit of an edge there.
Yeah, I haven't checked in on all that stuff lately. Let me see how that looks. 3-point shooting, 10 for 33 versus 10 for 37. All of a sudden, the Knicks are winning the 3-point shooting contest.
Yeah, it got a lot closer there. The Spurs have missed their last few. I mean, they got to be hoping to get a look for Julian Champagnie. 1 for 5 for Castle, 1 for 5 for Vassell. Castle, I expect that from. Vassell, not so much.
Yeah. We talked about Wemby having a poor game and the Knicks needing to steal this one. If you're the Spurs, do you expect Brunson to have another 7 for 22, 1 for 8 game?
That's fair. I don't think so.
That probably doesn't happen again.
Yeah. So both sides could walk away from this saying this was a chance. And I think both sides will. Whoever wins this game, the opposing team's going to walk away saying, man, we had a shot.
Yeah.
86 all. 7 minutes and change to play. And the Knicks to inbound. It is Hart, Robinson, Brunson, Bridges, and McBride out there for the Knicks. So once again, guard heavy. Brunson, the floater in the paint, scores it.
Nice.
Got separation, got into the paint, finished it. Cornette on the floor right now for the Spurs. Wemby gets a rest. Castle, Cornette, Harper, Vassell, and Champagnie out there for San Antonio. Cornette looking to hand this off.
Yeah. These might be the most important minutes of the game here.
They may be. And Harper,
stay afloat.
Baseline, scores it. But it looks like they're waving it off.
I was going to say, they can't give continuation there, but not on some of the ones earlier.
Right.
Because the foul was all the way out here.
That's where, right there. That's the foul.
Okay. I was going to say, there's no way.
Yeah. That case, they're actually right to take away continuation.
Yeah.
There was a dribble after the contact. All right. Spurs ball. Brunson.
Oh.
Castle goes past him, trying to get a whistle. Can't. Here comes Brunson in transition into the paint. Gets fouled by Champagnie, and he's going to go to the free throw line. So that's where, Donnie, we say call it both ways. You saw Castle right there trying to get a foul call. Couldn't get it. That's the foul call the Knicks have been looking for on the other end. They haven't been able to get it either. This one, there's no avoiding calling it. He hits him right on the wrist.
Twice.
As he's shooting. Yeah, twice he hit him on the wrist. So at least it's somewhat consistent there.
Yeah, I thought that Castle was he created a lot of that contact. He was trying to bump Hart off the spot because that's one of the things he likes to do. Yeah, that's in there too. But he likes to try to bump the smaller guards off the spot, but he can't really do that with Hart because Hart's the same size as him.
Yeah.
So it didn't really work out, I thought. So he kind of got stood up a little bit, but he was also flailing. Also, you gotta really pay attention when you're looking at him because he's got the pineapple going on. So you gotta really pay attention. Because it may look like his head's flailing, but maybe it's just the hair.
It's just his hair. It's just the way his hair looks. That could be it.
Have you seen him trying to wear hats? Like when they were, they wore the hats when they won the last game.
I can only imagine what that looks like. Here's Harper out of the pick and roll with Wemby.
Ooh,
kicks to the corner. Vassell trying to save it. He does. Hart, though, gets a hand on it. The turnover. Here comes Brunson. Brunson into the paint. Brunson at the rim. Ooh. Finishes it. Ooh. Makes the Spurs pay for the turnover. Knicks fans in the building going crazy. 92-86. Timeout San Antonio. What a finish there by Brunson.
That was a hell of an inside out, too. He froze Champagnie.
I mean, look at this. Lord. And then to get to that point and then go back to the left.
Man, that was gross. I thought on the previous possession as well, Dylan Harper goes down, throws it to the corner. They saved that. But then I was going to say before Hart got that steal, what a luxury to have Wemby's big ass in the middle of the floor, dude. Because they just threw it to space and that ball was going straight to him because he could just absorb the ball.
You get in trouble, just throw it up there. And by the way, it doesn't look like Harper got credited for the turnover there. Technically, it shouldn't be, but that turnover was created by Harper ultimately because that first pass was so bad into the corner that the save wound up getting turned over. But yeah, Wemby out there is a luxury because you get in trouble, just throw the ball up high, and he can go get it.
He can get the ball at a point where nobody else can. So could Silver secretly be a Knicks fan? Was he clapping when the Knicks scored?
I think he's just clapping whenever he sees a close game or anything, anything exciting happening.
I don't know.
Anything that's going to make the ratings go up, that's what he wants to see. So I'm sure he's happy that the Knicks made it to the finals. That it's not OKC and Indy again like last year.
I'm sure he's happy about this final, for one, because it's the freaking Knicks, right? Market size, all that stuff. And then Wemby, the heir apparent on the other side,
right?
Everyone's favorite player right now. Like as opposed to Shea, and it's not really Shea. I don't want to say it's not his fault, but he has terrible PR. People don't like Shea. So.
That's true. That's true.
They are polar opposites, him and Wemby.
Did you see that whole thing about them sending a cease and desist letter?
Yeah. But that was because of that little game that Dylan Brooks had with Underdog.
Right, yeah.
Still. I get it, but it's still kind of weak, man.
Yeah.
I get it. But yeah, they're polar opposites.
Do you think that made a difference in SGA's game? Do you think all the noise made him play differently in Game 7? I don't think he flopped as much. He flopped a little bit. There were a couple of bad ones. He jumped sideways into a defender and stuff, but it wasn't as much.
Yeah. I thought that in Game 7, he looked like he just wanted to score the basketball. And he looked like a superstar in that game. He was awesome in Game 7. In fact, the rest of the team wasn't there for the party. He just left all the grifting at home. And if he could play like that every game, that's great. But probably so. I think the noise, also being on the brink of elimination before reaching the finals, etc. Right?
Yeah.
But I thought Shea was great in that game. That's the Shea that I want to see. I don't want to see the Shea that's flailing all game long, right? Like just jumping into guys and just trying to forcefully create contact.
Yeah, agreed. That's honestly, that's not just an SGA thing. That's an everybody thing.
Oh, Brunson in this game does that.
That's Brunson. That's Luka. That's Austin Reeves. That's Trae Young. That's James Harden. Anybody. I want to see them play basket. The goal of the play should be to put the ball in the basket, not to get to the free throw line.
Yeah.
Period. If you get fouled on your way to putting the ball in the basket, no problem whatsoever. If the success or failure of the play is determined by whether or not the whistle blows, get it out of the game.
Yeah, I think sometimes players get out there and it looks like the entire possession is determined on whether or not you got a foul or not, which I don't think is the right outcome. What?
What just happened?
Bro.
Are you serious?
Come on. You can't be that stupid, bro.
What an idiot. A fan just ran onto the floor.
I'll look away for 1 second, and this is what happens.
Fan runs onto the floor, and the Knicks had a turnover there, it looked like, but was that because the fan ran on the floor? I looked down at my chat here, and I look up, and pretty clearly all the players had stopped.
Come on, man. What? You're 1 little second being out there. This is not worth the trouble.
No.
Like, why?
Why would you even do that?
That's so stupid.
Have you ever seen what happens when they do it in pro wrestling?
No, I haven't.
The wrestlers beat the shit out of them.
Do they?
Yeah. This guy comes out there and takes a selfie out there on the court. What an idiot. Or he might be trying to live stream or something. Yeah, there was one where somebody jumped in the ring and tried to go after Stone Cold Steve Austin. Wow. And Triple H just body slammed the hell out of this guy.
Wow.
There's a bunch of them that float around online that you can find.
Have to look that up. That sounds.
You're gonna have to see it. Like this guy just got ragdolled. It was insane.
That's great. Hey man, you jumped in there. Nobody told you to jump in there, and nobody feels bad for you either.
Not worth it.
Wow, that's crazy.
And they should break his phone. Yeah, they should delete all his accounts. That would be the real punishment for a guy like that. Delete his accounts.
I was actually thinking they should just delete that picture he took.
Yeah. Champagny misses the three there badly. Here's Brunson into the paint. Brunson, what a
Ooh.
slippery move to the bucket. Scores it with the left. 94-86, 6 minutes to play. The Knicks taking control, but now we got the bump foul on the perimeter on Josh Hart.
Yeah. 6 straight points by Brunson here in the clutch.
What a screen. Robinson, the little brush screen there, just enough. Why didn't Wemby come over in that moment? Maybe he thought Champagnie had him.
I guess so. Was that an off foot, opposite foot scoop layup just then?
Yeah.
Man.
Crafty. Champagnie into Wemby.
When you're that small, man.
Mitch Robinson defending. Trust me, I had all kinds of scoops when I would play. that was my shot, man.
Oh, Wemby, you gotta be looking to score, man. You gotta just put that up.
And Wemby looks to pass, instead he turns it over.
But Mitch played great defense though.
Yeah, great job by Mitch Robinson, just bodying him.
Man,
Wemby
he knocked
right
him off
here.
his balance too. He knocked him off his balance there.
Yeah.
That's where Wemby getting a bit stronger as he gets older. That won't happen anymore, but he definitely knocked him off his balance.
Ball deflected out by Dylan Harper there. 94-86, 5:37 to play, 15 on the shot clock. Spurs by 8. Champagnie, Fox, Castle, Harper, and Wemby. So that's Champagnie nominally is the 4 here. Both teams playing really the small forward for these teams have been guards more often than not throughout this game.
Yep, that was the case with the Thunder too, like we talked about. The teams are kind of like playing big while playing small because they want so much shooting out there and ball handling, right? So it's kind of interesting.
Spurs get a stop there. Brunson with the miss. Good contest there.
Oh,
and then, Josh Hart picks Fox.
Wow.
What a play by Josh Hart. Shamet into the paint. Shamet kicks to Hart. Left-hand drive. Josh Hart. 6 on the clock. Bridges attacks. Fires. Tough shot. No. 94-86.
They got to score here.
Yeah. Spurs need a bucket here to settle down. Wemby takes the 3.
Oh,
Wemby. Wemby knew. That's what I'm loving about Wemby right now. He understands the moment. He's feeling the momentum of the game, and he's making big plays in those moments. Like he knew right now we need a bucket.
Yeah.
And he knocks that one down.
And the confidence to just step up and take that himself. Off the dribble too. Man, that's huge, man. They desperately needed that. This game was getting away
5 now. 94-89, 4:48 to play. We got a timeout, Knicks. Josh Hart with 4 fouls. Nobody else in too bad of foul trouble. A few guys with 3, and nobody in foul trouble either on the Spurs side. Turnovers, it's 11 now for San Antonio, 8 for the Knicks. That's been a big factor here. Fox got picked. 5 turnovers for Wemby, by the way.
Yeah.
5 turnovers and 5 of 16 shooting for Wemby, but that was a big 3.
Yeah. And again, Fox getting picked in a live ball scenario wasn't great either. He's just not been great in this game. He's been the weakest link out there among their guards.
Trade Fox for Kyrie. Give these boys a like. That's right. Hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, double check. See if you're subscribed to the Basketball Bulletin or not. If you're not, hit the button.
Absolutely. Thank you. We appreciate you, everyone that's been here watching the game with us.
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
I miss doing play-by-play. Here's Hart throwing it over to Brunson, waiting for the screen from Anunoby. Champagnie now up on Brunson. Landry Shamet in the corner waiting. Cat on the other side. Brunson pulls up, 20-footer. No.
That was good.
Big stop there for the Spurs. Harper attacking Shamet.
Quick move by Wemby.
Wemby, no, can't finish, but he gets it back. Kicks it back out. The ball swinging. Champagnie, the drive. He's got the lane. kicks. Wemby, corner three.
Oh,
no, side of the backboard. Champagny the rebound.
Wemby with 2 of the worst shots you'll ever see.
That was awful. But the big offensive rebound for Champagny. 4:04 to play.
They reset the clock too? Ooh.
Why? I thought Champagny's
they're
going
at
to the
the
free throw line.
line.
Yeah, it's free throws.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize he got fouled.
What a huge offensive rebound that was. Because they got a horrific miss from Wemby there, and the Knicks couldn't come up with a board.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened with Champagny coming flying in. I just saw him get the rebound.
94-90 now. The Knicks' 8-point lead has been cut in half. Can be cut to 3 here with another free throw.
Wemby shot that like Shaq.
It's not wrong. And Champagny misses the second free throw. So we're going to stay with a 4-point Knick lead. 94-90.
Look at
the
this
Knicks
matchup.
need a bucket here because the momentum is starting to swing in San Antonio's favor. Shamet.
They have Fox on Cat and Castle now on Cat.
And they're not getting him the ball.
They just are they're settling for all these tough shots.
Tough fadeaway contested jumpers. The Knicks are taking the shots the Spurs want them to take right now. They miss again. Castle out to Wemby. Cat defending. 13 on the clock. Or Wemby, left-hand drive. Gets right by Cat. Scores it and one. 94-92. Wemby a chance to pull it within one. And the Knicks offense is falling to pieces on the other end. So Wemby drives on Cat, gets the bump there.
Yeah.
The foul and one.
You told him weight room.
Weight room. You could argue Wemby lowers the shoulder and goes into Cat, but you're not getting that call in the NBA Finals.
Weight room. I don't want to hear that. Weight room.
For Cat?
I don't want to hear that.
What do the Knicks need to do on the other end?
Get the damn ball to Cat. If he's gonna have Fox on him, they've had Fox on him, and then they're bringing him into the screen to get Fox into the screen to switch, and then they're just rotating other guards on him and letting Wemby play free safety. That is your advantage.
You got to take advantage of that.
Taking tough, like dribble off the fade off the dribble moves and stuff like that. That's not your advantage. It's like right here, look, right here, exact same thing.
Yep, you got Fox on Cat. They move the ball.
Again, still same thing. He's just camped on the perimeter.
And the Knicks are just letting them get away with that. Brunson, nope. That's frustrating. That's 3 possessions in a row. They've taken a 15-footer.
That's frustrating. That's right there.
Wemby drives, misses it. The offensive rebound, no. Here's Hart. Ahead to Brunson. Ahead to Shamet for 3. No.
Man.
Josh Hart offensive rebound. Who else? Brunson with it. Now it's Vassell on Cat.
Oh, my God.
Brunson. No. Misses again. My goodness. The Knicks offense suddenly can't buy a bucket, and they're settling for very tough shots here.
Yeah.
94-93. Spurs have a chance to take the lead. Here's Fox.
Oh, that's
kicks it out. Vassell for 3. No. Offensive rebound, though. Champagny to Wemby. Foul on the ground, but the Spurs are in the bonus. That's free throws coming with a chance for Wemby to give the Spurs the lead.
That was great because they literally did the thing. Just put the ball in the air and he'll go get it.
Just throw it up there.
They just literally put the ball up there. That's too funny.
and the Knicks are allowing the Spurs to switch guards on the Cat and are just not doing anything to try to take advantage of it.
Yeah, because earlier in the game, they did that and gave him the ball, and then Wemby recovers, and Cat had the tip, wasn't able to score, and so they kind of just went away from it. Actually, Cat's not been really involved in the game ever since that sequence.
And Wemby gets first free throw to go.
Thankfully for them, Brunson was able to heat up and was able to get some baskets to go. Had like 6 to 8 points or something like that consecutively. But now it's frozen again. They're not able to score again.
The Knicks haven't scored in 4 minutes of game time. 4 minutes, and they have not scored. It was 94-86 at the 6-minute mark.
Yeah. Well, Wemby all of a sudden has, 20-something points? 26 points on 6 for 20 shooting out there. Wemby he came alive in this game.
12 of 13 from the free throw line. He's getting to the line, getting fouled. Here's Brunson in the paint. Brunson steps through, kicks out. Hart, OG, big shot here. No, long off the iron. Offensive board for the Knicks. Brunson, this time, gets it. Jalen Funson, 97-95. Knicks get the lead. That was a big bucket there for Brunson.
They've been letting the Knicks get these offensive rebounds the last couple minutes. They need to stop that. They've got to get the defensive glass, man.
Part of that is switching and allowing a small on a big.
Yeah, and all the guards out here too.
Yeah. Anunoby gets taken out by Wemby on the screen. Good rebound by once again. My God, Josh Hart.
He's the best rebounder
14
on the floor.
boards in the game for Josh Hart. 1:20 to play. Brunson with the ball. Champagnie defending. Here comes the double. Over to Bridges. Bridges with Fox on him. Fouled. No whistle. Oh, he does get the whistle. 1:11 to play, and Bridges is going to go to the free throw line. Knicks by 2, 97-95. Should they pull Fox and just put Harper in there?
Yes. They needed to do that a few minutes ago.
Fox, 4 fouls, 3 for 13 shooting. Reach there on Bridges. The Knicks only hitting the 15-footer. That's where you don't want to reach. Make him knock down that shot.
Yeah, they needed to do that a few minutes ago.
Bridges hits the first, 98-95. After the game, we'll do a little wrap up here. And Bridges knocks down the second. 99-95, Knicks by 4, 1:10 to play. Here comes Castle. Screen from Champagnie. Castle over to Wemby.
Oh.
Wemby dribbles it off his foot. Josh Hart, first to it. And he's going to bring the ball back out, looking to get it to Brunson. 16 on the clock. Rough time for a turnover there for Victor Wembanyama. Jalen Brunson, the drive on Vassell. Back to the paint. Up, under. Brunson. How does that go in? How is that possible?
God.
101-95. Jalen Brunson falling down, looking for the foul call, hits the toughest shot of the game. Wemby misses, and OG Anunoby shoved out of bounds on the rebound. Knicks ball. What an insane shot by Jalen Brunson. 29 seconds left. 101-95. The Knicks 29 seconds away from stealing home court advantage.
Wow. I thought that was an air ball.
I thought there was no way in hell he was hitting that shot.
Wow. That was a big time shot. Also, Brunson plays with a physicality to his game that we don't see much from Shea. So it's very different for this end of the game stretch here too. He's willing to get to these spots and take these shots that Shea's not taking.
Absolutely.
It's just a very different style of basketball.
He's, despite being so height-wise small, Jalen Brunson's like a fire hydrant, and he is very, very physical out there.
Yeah. And he's so crafty.
In a game, it hasn't felt like Jalen Brunson's had a good game. He's got 30 points.
I mean, he hasn't, but he's come on in this fourth quarter is what it is.
103-95. Spurs with the ball, but just 20 seconds left. Yeah, Fox had the layup, and he tried to kick out for a Vassell 3. Shamet deflects it. 20.7 seconds left. Knicks by 8. We got a timeout, San Antonio. Really, this should all just be math here. Don't foul. Play straight up if you're the Knicks. And if you're the Spurs, man, 19 points in the fourth so far, 21 points in the third. Their offense just let down in the second half.
Justin here said that Fox is dealing with something. Yes, we talked about it, the high ankle sprain. But at the end of the day, he's on the court in the NBA Finals. He's got to perform or not be on the court.
Yeah.
I think that them leaving him out there at the end of this game has been a critical mistake in this game.
Especially when you've got a perfectly good Dylan Harper right there. It's not like
yes,
you look down their bench and say, well, who else are you putting in, though? No, they've got a guy right there that's ready to go.
Yeah, and would be somebody that they're not going to switch on. They've also been willing to switch on De'Aaron Fox and all that stuff all game long.
They're not doing that. We were just critical of the Knicks for not taking advantage of the switches enough.
Yeah.
Because that opportunity's there.
I mean, like, that has been a big mistake, leaving Fox out there in this game. He's been bad.
Fox 3 for 13, most expensive player on the team, by the way. 3 for 13, 4 boards, 5 assists. How about Josh Hart?
Oh man, that guy's a winner, man.
3 points on 1 of 5 shooting, and the Knicks. Oh, this was challenged. Oh, that's off Vassell. This is going to be Knicks ball. That's off Vassell. I think Knicks are going to get this. Josh Hart, 14 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, and a block. 14 and 6 and 5 stocks. 3 points. Wow. Nothing comes close to a great NBA playoff game where amazing happens. Yeah. This is a great game.
Yeah.
Back and forth. For a little while there, it looked like the Spurs were going to run away with it. Then the Knicks came back, went on a big run. Mm-hmm. And the Knicks have just executed a bit better down the stretch. And a lot of that has been just in some insane shot making from Jalen Brunson. But this is... You got to feel good if you're the Knicks, because you went ice cold for 4 minutes in crunch time and still surged ahead. Now, the Spurs are going to think, well, this is a missed opportunity. I think the Spurs bounce back and they're going to win game 2. But this is a big this outcome right now. The way this game played out has me more excited that we're going to see a long series here. I think this is going to be a long series.
Yeah, I think what happened here in this game is that they had the best clutch performer in this one. Pretty much is what it is, and it's not really close. Technically, the Spurs and Knicks both have a winner of that award, but Fox has not been good in this game.
Yeah,
but Brunson's been awesome, and so his shot making down the stretch has been really what's broken this up. But yeah, I think stealing this game sets this up to be at least a 6 or 7 game series.
What a finish by Brunson. They're just showing some of his finishes in transition. They're just how crafty he was around the rim.
Ridiculous. He turned on the Jets in this quarter. And remember, this quarter started with OG Anunoby going off too. So they've just got timely production from their guys in this game.
Jalen Brunson with 13 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Cat helped them a lot with staying afloat. Shamet helped them a lot with staying afloat. They had very good timely production from this team.
OG Anunoby at the free throw line now, and he's going to put it away for the Knicks.
Well, 3 wins away from a title. Gotta feel good.
Knicks fans got to be excited here.
Gotta feel good. Dylan and Fox's minutes needed to be switched. Yes, they did need to be switched in this game.
Agreed. I think both teams come away from this saying we could play a bit better.
Oh, yeah.
Another rebound for Josh Hart.
That guy he absorbs rebounds.
All right. That's it. 105-95. Knicks take game 1. Before we wrap here, Donnie, the Knicks get the win. What are your big takeaways from this game?
Let me turn the game off because I can hear it in the back. I thought that, like you said, both teams could look at this game as a game they could have won. If I'm the San Antonio Spurs, I still feel pretty good. I thought that them closing with Fox instead of Harper was the wrong mistake or the wrong decision, big mistake. Maybe things turned out a little bit differently. Obviously, though, I thought that the shot making down the stretch and the fourth quarter production from several players, but most importantly, Jalen Brunson, that was the biggest indicator of why they won this game. I thought they were able to pull away towards the end there, but above all else, it kind of looked like the Knicks' poise, their ability to stay ahead mentally and never really got too low, even when they were down big in this game. They stayed in it. And then when the opportunity arose for them, they were able to tie things up at the end of the third quarter. And from there, it was just a one-quarter game, and they won by 10. And I thought they were just mentally ready for the moment. And I thought that was good because to start the game, I thought they weren't ready. They very physically or clearly looked like they were getting physically overwhelmed. The Spurs were able to engulf them with their defense. They just didn't look like they could get to anything they were comfortable with. And that was still largely the case throughout the game, but they found a way.
Yeah, it was really impressive the way they were able to stay with it, fight through it. They looked like this was maybe one of the few times where the Spurs have maybe looked like the more inexperienced team down the stretch there. Just weren't able to execute the way they needed to. And the Knicks just fought and were battling them. I give a lot of credit to Josh Hart, the way that he battled on the boards. He was absolutely fantastic. I thought they did just the Knicks found a way to surge past the Spurs in this one. And it was because the Spurs played with force through the first half. And I thought the Knicks in the second half, and especially the fourth quarter, played with more force than the Spurs did. They went out and were the more physical team. They were the more aggressive team. And consequently, they were the winning team.
Yeah, that. And again, they stole home court with this. So 3 wins away from a title. They're going to feel really good, but I think there's things they could definitely improve on. Like, we were very critical of them not taking advantage of the mismatches and all that stuff. They were allowing the Spurs to switch too freely out there. Again, the shot making down the stretch was able to mask all that, and they were able to overcome that, but it could have been better for them. And then for the Spurs, I thought that they went away from certain things that were successful for them. Like Julian or Champagnie there was 5 for 6 in the first half and 5 for 10. The Knicks stuck to him more, in the first half, they were helping off him and all that stuff, but they've got to find a way to get Wemby easier looks. So many, and I mentioned this in the Thunder series, his play type data is so diverse because you can get him the ball in so many spots. He can ISO, he can face up, he can do all these things. But they've got to get him the ball in closer to the basket, one, or on the move. They don't run enough like pick and roll action with him out there. He could be the pick and roll ball handler for all I care. That's another part of his play type data that's in there. But they don't run enough with him being the screener in that scenario. They don't do enough for him. And they frankly don't play through him enough. Like, I would love to see something like the Knicks do and what they were doing, where they put the ball in Cat's hands, let him be a passer, playmaker, have actions on the other side of the court off of that. They don't do any of that stuff for Wemby, like literally really at all. So I would like to see that as well. I mean, he ended this game with 6 turnovers. Maybe that's an area for growth and improvement for him as he gets older and matures. But I think they've got to find a way to get him easier shots.
Yeah, they've got to. I mean, you look at, I think the shot chart actually tells a story of Victor Wembanyama. You look at the where he was getting his shots at. Even the shots in the paint were not at the rim. He did get a few that were at the rim, but that's a lot of shots in the paint where the Knicks defense is at least pushing him out and not giving him an opportunity right at the rim. And then you saw a lot of attempts from 3 as well from him, just getting pushed out of the spots where he really wants to be. Of course, he still made a huge impact on the defensive end of the floor. And you know what? This is probably the worst offensive game of the series. If it's not the worst offensive game of the series for Wemby, the Spurs are probably going to lose this series. But I think this will be the worst offensive game. 6 of 21 shooting for him, 2 for 9. This was a terrible offensive performance for Victor Wembanyama. Plus 6 turnovers, had the big costly turnover late where he dribbled the ball off of his foot. Yeah. I don't think we'll see Wemby this bad again in the series, but this was a rough outing for him. They've got to get him going more. They've got to get him better looks and got to get him the ball in better situations. I do think they stuck with De'Aaron Fox a bit too long. You've got Devin Vassell. he was cooking. Lean on him, go to him, and allow him to develop a bit more there on the fly. That's one of the things that's going to be critical here for the Spurs. I also thought they were very dependent upon turnovers from the Knicks. And when the Knicks stopped turning the ball over so much, that's when the game really swung. 8 turnovers in the game for the Knicks is phenomenal. There were a number of plays early, and then the Knicks just cut that off and completely cut off the flow of turnovers to the Spurs, because the Spurs offense was very much dependent on getting out in transition in this one. And at least, even if it's just semi-transition where they can say that they're getting some cross matches and things of that nature, that was very beneficial to them. When they made the Spurs play in the half court, that's when the Knicks defense was able to do a better job there. And I give them a lot of credit for the work they did. When we dig into some of the advanced metrics, you look at the turnover percentage for the Knicks, 92nd percentile. Neither team shot particularly well, right? In terms of points per possessions, the Spurs 7th percentile. My God. The Knicks 28th percentile, but the turnover percentage, that really saved the day for New York just by giving them more opportunities in the possession battle. The other thing to keep an eye on here is we look at most of the stats, the offensive rebound battle, pretty close, but the Knicks able to capitalize on some of those corner threes. When we look at frequency and shot accuracy from corner three, 90th percentile, 62% the Knicks shot on corner threes. That was an absolute killer for them. And how about the Knicks and the Spurs having virtually the same field goal percentage at the rim? That's where, if we look at game 7 for the Thunder, their field goal percentage at the rim was 38% because the Wemby effect there. The Knicks were able to neutralize that, and when they did get to the rim, finish at a pretty high level. And that was a lot of the craft of Jalen Brunson coming into play. So there were a lot of things that ultimately went against the Spurs in this one that I think may not go against them in game 2, but it helped out the Knicks in a big, big way to get the win in tonight's game.
Are they switching too much?
I think they are. I think they're switching a little too much, and that's creating too many advantages for the Knicks right now. And we talked about it. I think the Knicks could have exploited those mismatches more. Yeah, that's the particularly scary part.
Yeah, they could have. It's just when you talk about the rim percentage, I know I was talking about how Wemby can cover ground, but he's not able to do that every single time. And frankly, I talked about also Wemby needing to get to the point where he needs to play more minutes. I thought he looked tired down the stretch again, and he played, 37, 38 minutes. I thought he looked tired again. That's going to have to be something that they find. I don't know if it's just because he's so big or what it is, but he has to find a way to be able to play more, or I don't know, the team around him has to perform better, because the thing with the Spurs is that if Wemby isn't God mode and their defense isn't God mode, because those two things go hand in hand together, it's kind of hard for them to win, because they're trying to win battles through their defense and get out in transition and all that stuff. They don't have sometimes they have it because the role players step up. But like in this game, for example, they played Keldon Johnson minimally. He had 3 points. They don't have a ton of depth for scoring on this team. It kind of comes and goes, especially if De'Aaron Fox is going to be a no-show. So I think that for them, they're going to have to find a way to score more, because if it's a scoring battle, the Knicks have that.
Yeah. And I think a lot of this game came down to Jalen Brunson and Victor Wembanyama both didn't have the best offensive games, but Jalen Brunson was the better player in the final 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
And that mattered.
I would expect that to be the case every game if we're talking solely about the offensive side of the court.
Yeah.
Because he's just a better offensive player than Wemby, and it's not close. But I do think Wemby can control the game in a huge way, and it's not close on the other end of the court. So again, it comes down to the defense for them. And if the game is close and they're able to engulf you with their defense and get stops and get out in transition, then that's where they're able to win those games. But they weren't able to do that in this one because the shot making from Brunson, like I was mentioning, you have between him and Shea, who they just saw, they're both 2 star level guards, superstar level guards, great creators, all the things, right? But the approach is very different. They both like to get to the free throw line. They're both out there grifting. That's not my point. The point is that Shea is much more likely to settle for those fadeaways, the mid-range shots and stuff like that. And I think Brunson is a better shot maker with taking those shots, and Brunson's crafty enough to get to the rim in a multitude of ways. Because he's so used to being the smallest guy on the court. Shea doesn't really struggle with that so much, right? So I think that was a different look for them in this game for the Spurs, and they just weren't able to match that. But again, maybe they're able to match that better if they're not sitting one of their better defenders in Dylan Harper. And maybe they're able to score better if they're not sitting literally somebody that was tied for third on the team with scoring in Dylan Harper down the stretch of this game too. Like that,
I have a feeling that's going to be a lot of the conversation around the Spurs for the next few days.
20 points off the bench. He had 16 of them. Again, where's Keldon Johnson at? 6th man of the year, 3 points.
Yeah.
It would be nice if Harrison Barnes put up more than 0, right? Carter Bryant played 4 minutes. I'm not mad at him. Cornette, literally nothing but zeros except for 1 rebound and a steal. They need more production.
You know, that's the interesting thing. The San Antonio bench was actually, despite the Spurs being the deeper team going in, the San Antonio bench, aside from Dylan Harper, was really not very impressive in this game. Whereas you look at the Knicks, I thought you got quality minutes on both sides of the ball from Landry Shamet, but you also got 7 points out of Jose Alvarado. Deuce McBride gave you 6 points with Jalen Brunson. Ailing. I thought
that bank shot was
bank shot was insane. I thought Jordan Clarkson was not good out there, but I thought Mitch Robinson in his minutes did a great job on the glass, and he played well. So I thought you got more production out of players, say 6 through 9 in the Knicks rotation than you saw from the Spurs, although Dylan Harper was by far the best player of anybody in that grouping.
I mean, you could even extend that to the starting group. I thought several starting Knicks players outperformed the starting Spurs.
Sure. Devin Vassell did not have a good game. 1 of 6 shooting. You know, we focused a lot on De'Aaron Fox. Devin Vassell wasn't particularly good. I mean, you add it all up here, right? Look at this. You have 4 starters: Wemby, Fox, Vassell, and Castle, who combined were what? 4 for 24 from 3?
That's brutal.
That is absolutely
I'd
brutal.
imagine the Knicks side looks kind of similar too, but they won more with things like rebounds and energy plays and stuff like that. I mean, look at Hart and Bridges out there, or Hart and Towns, combining for 27 boards and 10 assists. That's huge.
Yeah,
21 points, but that's fine. I'm not mad at Hart. When he's got 15 rebounds and 6 assists, if he has 3 points, I'm not mad.
So Sean Alcantara said, "Cat is unplayable in this series. How can he be used?" I didn't think he was unplayable.
He's one of their biggest advantages in this series.
I thought Cat kept him in the game when Brunson was struggling early.
Yeah, he did. That's why the plus minus looks the way it does.
Yeah, I didn't think Cat had a bad game at all. And I thought, maybe you could argue he picked up the foul defensively with Wemby attacking him off the dribble. But there were moments that didn't look good for Cat. But in general, I thought he had a really good game. And I thought the 4 offensive rebounds he had were massive. He really did a nice job, too, recognizing when the Spurs defense switched and Wemby was off of him. And then he just bulldozed people in the paint to get to the offensive glass. And that was a big factor for the Knicks as well. I didn't think Cat was unplayable at all. I thought the Knicks could have gone to a bit more and attacked those switches a bit more with them. But other than that, I thought Cat was more than serviceable in this game. In fact, again, you could argue that Cat kept them in it while Jalen Brunson was finding his way.
He did, because Jalen Brunson had a very pedestrian game. He started the game poorly, hit a few baskets in the middle of the first quarter or so, and then it was mostly pedestrian until the latter half of the fourth quarter, where he started cooking again. And again, they had timely production from several guys, like OG, opened that quarter. What did he score? Like 8 points to start the fourth quarter or something like that? And he ends with, 17 points or so. But Cat was constant for them throughout the game. Him attacking off the dribble was huge.
I loved how aggressive he was off the dribble.
Yeah, that was huge. He only took 2 threes out of 15 shots, right? He was very aggressive in this game, and he probably could have and should have had more than 4 free throws as well. He had 12 rebounds, 4 assists. They were playing through him a lot out there, getting him the ball in the wing and letting him create for others. And he could have had a couple more assists as well out there too. So I thought Cat was big, and he's one of their big advantages, because if they are going to switch that much and put all those smaller guys on him, and if he's going to be having success attacking Wemby off the dribble when he is matched up with him and getting to the basket, then they don't. He's a very different threat. He poses a different threat than what they saw with Chet out there, because Chet was so timid. He looked like he was scared of Wemby out there.
He did,
because in theory, Chet should be able to play a very similar style game to what Cat played in this game, but he didn't, because he wasn't able to, I guess.
Because he peed his pants.
He just wasn't able to. But, and the thing is with Cat is he could also get hot from 3. So then what happens when he opens the floor if he has a big shooting game out there too? So I think this is a series Cat needs to play 35 minutes a night.
Cat is the best big Wemby has played in the playoffs, and it's not close. Is that accurate?
Who did he play prior to the OKC?
What did he have? They had.
It was the Trailblazers. Who did they play in round two?
Why am I spacing on who the Spurs played in round two?
I forget who they played in round two.
Was it Minnesota? Yeah, it was Gobert.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's not even close. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
it's not close. Not even close. The other guys in there could do different things than Cat, right? But he's the most well-rounded, best offensive big, sure.
Yeah,
not close.
Lakers got rid of Caruso and Josh Hart. Your thoughts? Well, to be fair, Josh Hart was in the Anthony Davis trade.
Yeah, that one doesn't count. But man, those are two winners, dude. Those are two winners on in the intangible areas too. They don't even need to get you a bunch of points. Although Caruso was shooting the hell out of the ball, they just they play hard. They hustle. Man, those two are winners.
Did I tell you my story about Josh Hart as a rookie?
I believe you did at one point, but I have
forgotten. Yeah. About him proclaiming that he was the best defender on the team as a rookie, as a Laker. I'll never forget that conversation in the locker room interviewing Josh Hart, and he just matter of fact, like, yeah, well, I'm the best defender on the team, so and I just went, man, like that's this dude's mentality, like that's how he wants to make his way, is be just a great defensive player. And that's what he did tonight in terms of the hustle and everything. That 15 boards, 6 assists, 5 stocks. Like he scored 3 points. And somebody was saying in the chat earlier, like, oh, you've got, Josh Hart can't shoot and he can win. Isn't that weird? Isn't that, just like Vando, but Vando can't play. Make that make sense. Josh Hart shot 41% from 3 on the season. Yeah. 41%.
And he's also very different than Vando. I'm not expecting Vando to get, 6 assists or some of these other things.
Yeah.
Very different player.
Yeah, totally different player. If Vando could do the stuff off ball that Josh Hart can do, if he could attack, if he can get 15 rebounds in a game, he's much more playable. But Josh Hart may be one of the best rebounding guards ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
That's a huge luxury.
Ever.
Huge luxury to be able to throw him out there. And he does this regularly. Like that's a huge luxury. And Vando had, and again, I've mentioned on Vando, like I just think he's poorly utilized under JJ. But he had some games where he was huge, especially that first year under Ham, where he was able to get double-digit rebounds and just be a force out there. It's very different than what Hart does, though. And Hart at least can shoot the shot.
Yeah.
Just because they don't respect him doesn't mean he can't do it. It's them picking the lesser of two evils, because who the hell else do you want taking that shot?
Right.
Do you want it to be Cat? Do you want it to be somebody else that could shoot the ball too? Like they all can shoot the ball. So you got to give something up from somebody.
Cat is just a good defender. Media hasn't caught up.
He's better than he gets credit for.
Sure. I think he's able to unleash his defensive game a little bit more on this Knicks team because Brunson could take over so much of the offensive burden.
Yeah, he's better than he gets credit for being. It's one of those things where, like, if you can't guard in space exceptionally well, you get labeled as a bad defender. He's always had the label of a bad defender, but he's also always been good as a post defender, around the rim defender. Yeah. Not a great shot blocker, but he's okay at that, but just more around the rim positionally, things like that. He
came into the league as a defender.
Yeah.
Like that was his thing, was defense, funny. And his offensive game was still coming along.
That's funny because he's always had a bad reputation as a defender.
Jose said, I know Fox's ankle isn't 100%, but he needs to step up to help Wemby. Castle isn't a great 3-point shooter. Harper looks great. Fox's future in San Antonio might be in question if Harper keeps playing great. I don't like, if the Spurs go into this summer and announce to the league via the giant group text for NBA general managers that I'm sure must exist, hey, we'll trade De'Aaron Fox. Anybody interested? Is anybody responding to that text? Or is everybody just leaving it on red?
Well, unfortunately for Fox, one, he makes a lot of money. He's got a contract extension. And two, that's maybe not unfortunate for him. That's pretty great. But the most important thing is he makes that money at a position that is probably the deepest in the NBA. Not a lot of teams need a Fox as a starter. Now they may be looking to get an upgrade, but a lot of teams feel pretty good about their guard play if they want to be a serious team.
Yep.
So there's not a lot of open spots for a Fox. Now, again, they could maybe upgrade in some places where he's better, I don't know. But the thing with them is that if he's able to play well, and This is mostly just recency bias because he is hurt. We have to mention that. But again, you're out there, so you have to produce, especially if they're going to play you nearly 40 minutes a night. Because if you can play 40 minutes, you've got to produce. But the thing is with them is that between those two and Castle, they've got 48 minutes of really good, generally speaking anyway, really good guard play, which is something that a lot of teams can't say.
And yes, he is still a good player. I don't think we can take a look at Fox right now and say this is what he is because he's dealing with a high ankle sprain, right? He's still a good player. My comment is more based on his contract relative to in an NBA that is allergic to negative value contracts.
Yeah.
Is Fox? It's not. Is he a bad player? If he was making 30 million, I bet a bunch of teams would be interested. But he's making 50 million next year. He's making $61 million 4 years from now. That's why I'm asking that. It's not about is Fox a guy people wouldn't want on their team. It's about would teams want to pay De'Aaron Fox the contract that he's on. That's the point.
I don't think there's a single team in the NBA that wants to pay a 33, 34-year-old Fox $60 million.
Yeah. Now, Alex Walton said Memphis might. I don't see the Spurs wanting Ja.
No.
But let's suspend disbelief for a moment. If you're the Grizzlies and you could turn Ja into De'Aaron Fox right now, are you doing that?
No.
You'd rather have the shorter contract?
And continue the rebuild. Why? Fox is not 25.
That's true. Why? Fox is 29 and you're committing to him long term.
Yeah, just why? You're not ready for that. Just stay the course. The only reason to do that is if you want to be in the middle of the pack because the new rules.
Oh,
that's why you do
it. So the tank commander is now the mid commander.
Right.
Because that's where you want to be. Now we've gone from an NBA where you need to either be the very best or the very worst to you need to either be the very best or the very mid.
Yeah.
And that's the key.
You want to be right in the middle, man. So if you could do that, you can go from like 15, go to like 10. You're good. Just do that. 9, 10. That's perfect.
Trev and Donnie, was this more about the sweep rest New York got or San Antonio has game 7 legs?
Oh man. See, again, going into this game, I thought, it's a little bit of both. I thought going into this game that was favoring San Antonio though, because they were in a rhythm. Remember, if you were on the playback, I was saying
I think you were right until we got deep into the game.
Yeah. I think maybe that's what it is. Maybe because I thought they looked noticeably fatigued. At least Wemby did. And Wemby is this team's engine by far. Yeah. So if Wemby's fatigued, things kind of, sputter there. So I thought in the beginning of the game, it was better that they had played that game. They were in a rhythm. These guys were hitting everything. The Knicks looked like they got punched in the mouth. They weren't ready for it, probably because they also had been, for one, they played against the Cavs and they just blew the doors off the Cavs.
Yeah.
The Knicks haven't lost in like damn near 2 months, a single game for the record. But they also had a lot of rest. Sometimes that's not what you exactly want. But yeah, both those things are true.
I do think it was both. I think it was both in this one. I think it was both. Let's go here. Wemby will keep attacking Cat into the fourth, and it'll cost the Knicks the game. And Cat will be shooting long threes and cost them game. Just remember who said it. Spurs figured it out, and Cat will be traded. Cat only took 2 threes in this game. I didn't think he took the 1 3 late that I thought was a little bit overly ambitious.
He was feeling good when he took that one too.
Yeah. Otherwise, look, will there be a game where Wemby dominates Cat late in the game? Yeah, I think that's highly likely to happen. But I just don't come out of this game thinking, man, Cat looked awful. I thought he looked pretty good most of the game.
I also wouldn't nitpick the winning team so much personally, but Sean does not like Cat.
Right.
That's what Sean does not like Cat.
Let's finish with this, Donnie. I love this. Analytically, Cleveland's up 1-0 against the Spurs.
Did you see? I don't know who I think it was Josh Hart. He said, well, we weren't there for game 5. So analytically, they're up 3-2. Oh my God. The analytical titles are still ongoing, man. That's great.
I love it. All right, everybody. We're going to wrap things up there. I'm going live for Lakers Nation in like 20 minutes. Daniel and I are going to talk about what the Lakers do if LeBron leaves. But appreciate all of you for joining us here on the Basketball Bulletin. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on those notifications. Trade for Kyrie Irving instead of Fox.
Oh, that would be a hell of an addition.
Yep. Yep. All right, everybody. We appreciate all of you. Again, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so yet. Till next time, see you and stay safe.